Hello! Hello and welcome to the Natural Havoc channel. We are all here today to play some D&D. Hope everyone is doing super well. As you can see, there are no technical issues today. Fingers crossed. Hopefully. But yes, we are all ready to play. I hope everyone is doing super well. We are a bunch of streamers that just decided to give D&D a go. We're going to be playing the 5e Dungeons & Dragons system with a few added homebrew rules thrown in. Most of us are very, very new to D&D, so please do be patient, as we will be still figuring things out, and I'm sure we will make plenty of mistakes, like me talking. Firstly, can I thank once again every single one of you that is tuned in today, and all of you that have tuned in from the future, which there will be future this time, because we have got the VODs up and running, so there will be people watching from the future. They will watch. That's pretty much it. I am your gracious DM, The Onion Soup, and to my right, I believe, is the Eagle Outlaw. Eagle, could you tell me who you'll be playing and where people can find you?
Right. So I am playing a 7'8" elephant man. You can find me over at the Eagle Outlaw. Make sure not the O, but the actual 0, the number. Hello.
Brilliant. And below him we have the Fishing Guy 9. Fish, take it away.
Thank you so much, Onion. I am obviously the Fishing Guy 9, defeater of all previous Fishing Guys. I am playing the charismatic Elven Rogue, Eladrin. And if you do want to come check me out, you can find me over at the Eagle Outlaw. Check me out there.
It's infectious, I know. The speech. I'm sorry, I've cursed you all this evening. And below Fish, we have Smitty Jane. Smitty, if you want to just let people know.
Hello, I play Maeve, a half-elf druid. If you want to check me out, if you want to see me get scared of playing Little Nightmares, you can check me out on Twitch at Smitty Jane.
Awesome. And next to Smitty, we have Lan, the other half of Team Logic. So if you want to let people know.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Lan90. I am part of Team Logic, that is Team Logic NL. We usually play RimWorld and other variety games. I will be playing Shion. She is a little bit of a snarky half-elf noble. So we'll see where that gets. You can also find me at the Eagle Outlaw.
Wow. Right, and the next to Lan, we have Zeb. Zeb, if you want to let the people know.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. You can find me on, Agent Zeb Twitch channel. And I play variety games. In this campaign, I'm playing Erhard Weidestaff. He's a human sorcerer, and he just likes to fool around.
And above, that was that was slightly off. And above Zeb, we have Creed. Creed, do you want to introduce yourself and introduce your character, please?
Hey guys, I am Guildmaster Creed, and I'm playing a 5'11" female noble paladin who's quite a lawful person, but hasn't really gone out much in the world, so she's kind of getting her bearings and all this. But you can go find me on Twitch and Guildmaster Creed, where I play a variety of games.
Awesome. And finally, the tech wizard himself, Tim, take it away.
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Tim. I'm the male half of Team Logic. I'll be playing as Arcturus, the big blue Falcon. Very smart, very intelligent. And usually you can find me on the Team Logic channel page, but sometimes you can also find me at the Eagle Outlaw.
Yes, as you can find all of us at the Eagle Outlaw, because it's our home and it is our nest. But we're gonna get into a recap. As we had some technical issues last time, we're gonna have a slightly more in-depth recap, which I will read out for you all now. Please do excuse any misspoken words, as Clearly, I'm very infectious tonight and cursed, but let's get started with it. So our first session started in the city of Karas, a large mercantile city recently prepared for its seasonal event just a few days away. Merchants from all around the world have come to Karas to sell their wares and get their name out into the world. During this time, our adventurers found themselves traveling through the market bazaar, each of them arriving via different means. As they begin wandering the bazaar, trying to find what they seek, a nobleman by the name of Felix Featherstone passes by, protected by 5 armed guards. The market turns quiet as the traders and civilians begin to look on. Soon after, the traders and civilians started going back to what they were doing. A young woman then cried out for help as a large group of hooded brigands and bandits began drawing blades. The party valiantly joined the fray, defending the townsfolk and protecting the nobleman. The party consists of a variety of different walks of life. First, Contessa Colstar, a young human woman with long brown messy hair, wearing chainmail, wielding a spear, short sword and shield, armed ready for combat, paired with a divine influence. Don Ross, a large 7-foot 8-inch tall Loxodon male with large tusks wearing dark robes who tries to keep to himself and not draw attention. Eladrin, a wood elf gentleman that dresses well but practical, with a long cloak and a silver tongue. Shion, a half-elf noblewoman with silvery hair and a tanned complexion, with an expensive taste and a flair for the arcane. Maeve, a half-elf female with blonde hair and hazel eyes, a woman that prefers the company of the forests to those of the city. Arcturus, a large blue-skinned Vidalcan gentleman with various mysterious gadgets and an arcane affinity. Erhard Waidstaff, a human gentleman wearing robes, playing his flute and casting arcane spells. And finally, Maeve's companion, Socks, a 9-inch tall mushroom man with a hunger for leaves, nuts, and petals. Felix Featherstone addressed the brave adventurers and asked them if they would protect him, escorting him towards his home. In return, he would reward them greatly. The party and the nobleman's guards began to move out, running through the streets trying to get away from the danger. First, they ran into a group of brigands attacking a nearby tavern. The group approached, scaring off the brigands as they run off into the market elsewhere. While saving the tavern workers from harm, they managed to travel further and further through the markets. They found a group of guards trying to keep an injured comrade alive. Contessa ran over, healing the wounds, saving the man's life. After leaving the guards, they make their way further through the markets to see a small child alone, surrounded by corpses. The party took the young boy in and led him toward the gates and away from danger. The party, along with Felix Featherstone, his guards, and the young child, left the market, meeting with more of the city watch, covering the exits for more banditry. Due to Felix's influence, the guards allowed the group to pass through, escaping the dangers. The young boy found his mother with the aid of Don Ross, and the party continued on escorting the nobleman to his home. Upon arriving, the party realized that the nobleman's home had been part of a robbery, and that some guards had been injured. The party began entering to see what had happened. After a quick investigation, they noticed a few items had gone missing, one of them being the Orb of Eternal Fire, the artifact that Shion and Arcturus had shown interest in. And that is where we will pick up this session. Currently, the 3 in the room, I believe, was Contessa, Arcturus, and Shion, as you were studying the treasure room. What do you do? One of you?
Felix still with us. Felix is still with us, right?
Felix is in the room with you. It's yourself, Shion, and Arcturus.
All right. So, Mr. Featherstone, do you have any idea who could possibly have done this?
Well, of course not. I was at the market with you all. I was there to meet some contacts when the brigands attacked us.
Yes, very well. And say if we managed to retrieve your trinkets. We would have great interest in the orb. You can have the rest as your reward. How about that?
They belong to me. You wish to find them and then keep one of them for yourselves? Well, I would be gracious, but can we not speak more on the matter of a deal that we could maybe come up with? Surely, and he turns to the other two in the room at the moment, looking for some form of comfort in this conversation.
Mr. Featherstone, you have any idea, any quarrels, any issues with other vendors or bandits mentioned?
Well, no, not at all. I do business with many people outside of the city, and I try to help those that are in need. I couldn't possibly think of anyone that would target me this way.
Would you know about the Shatter Axe people?
Nothing. They were the brigands that attacked in the market.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know of them, no. It's my first meeting of them.
What you are saying... So what you are saying is these are just mere bandits interested in your riches.
Well, I couldn't tell you. Like I said, this is the first time that I've ever encountered them, and, well, I've never had anyone treat me illy before. Maybe a few more noblemen that were jealous of my position, but nothing of this length.
Very well. I need to find some place where I can send a raven, or I need to send a message back home.
You can always use the Temple of the Prime. There is a station there for messages to be sent across Veritas. It's the Zemnia. The goddess of Zemnia is of messages and such, and they provide a postal service.
Very well, I shall seek them out for you. We will get back to this.
I will be very gracious if you could do so. Well, this is such a predicament. And at that, we will cut over to Donros and Maeve as the pair of you enter the building from downstairs. And as you do, you see the same imagery that the others saw. Shattered glass on the floor. The door has clearly been broken into and then unlocked from the inside, and you can see the droplets of blood leading to the back door like the others saw as well, and a scuff mark on the bottom of the steps.
Can I just investigate the blood drops?
Sure, yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
First roll of the night. Let it be a good one. Okay. As you start looking around, trying to see what's going on, this blood is definitely human blood. You can establish that just from first glance, and it looks like to be a light wound, potentially. But it from the scuff marks that you see, you assume something happened at the bottom of these stairs, and then there's a few more boot prints that go towards the back door, like someone was maybe being chased. But that's all that you can get from that investigation.
Okay, can I just follow the footsteps straight to the back door rather than going upstairs? Yeah?
Yeah, so, Donros, what do you do?
I'm gonna follow her. Also, can I just have an idea of how tall this
I would say, because it's a nobleman's property, it's probably around about 12-foot tall ceilings.
Okay.
Quite high ceilings. He's got like chandeliers and stuff, which drop another couple of feet. But no, you still clear them. You're good.
Okay,
you're
cool.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow her. I really have no interest in what anyone else is doing at the moment. I'm kind of just here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick around and follow.
Yeah, and as the pair of you start walking towards the back door, you do notice a little ways into the garden, which is very luxurious. There's palm trees and ferns from places you've never seen this sort of flora before. And as you step outside to take a look, you do see 3 guards over to the left-hand side, which seem to be stood around an injured guard, who they're currently bandaging up at the moment. And you can see that the blood trickles towards his direction. But before you guys do anything, we're going to cut back over as Eladrin, you have just arrived at the front of the property, and you can see Erhard playing his flute on the bench outside.
Just gonna go straight past and straight into the property and just sort of not fast, but just beelining it directly to wherever Shion is. Just straight away. I told her I was on my way back. Just straight away. Like, that's my priority right now. Is just straight away. As quick as I can, but without like running.
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, as you do that, Erhard, you see Eladrin pass. And what do you do?
Well, yeah, I'm like ripped out of my thoughts and playing, and I don't know, I kind of get shaken awake by the elf rushing past, and I kind of stir myself and shake myself up and try and pull myself together, getting over my failure from before, and I want to go into the garden and try to find a way there. I don't know if I need to go through the house or if there's another path.
Yeah, it's like a walled-off compound. So there's a small front garden which leads up to the sandstony exterior of the building, and then there's like a passageway that goes round the side to the back garden if you wanted to go that way. But there is a gate there, and there's a guard stood there at the moment. But if you want to go to the back garden, you'd have to go through the front or speak to the guard on the side.
Sure. I guess I will try and go to the path on the side. Talk to the guard and. Yeah,
as you approach the guard, he looks towards you, expectantly.
Well, I tell him. Yeah, I'm Erhard Weiderstaff, currently in the service of Felix Featherstone. I would like to have a look around, since there seems to be, problem issues here, and we try to find out what happened.
Very well, as I did see you accompany Felix to the property, by all means. And he opens up the side gate, and he lets you through.
Sure. Can I don't know, kind of have a look around to try and, like, I need some ingredients for spells, and I don't know, I would like to have a look if I can find some herbs or, I don't know, any kind of burnable items for my spells.
What is it specifically that you're after?
Like fragrant, very fragrant herbs, like
as in incense and stuff to burn
like towards incense.
Right. Yeah. As you go out on the back, you notice that this is a lot of the plant life here is more decorative than practical. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything here like homegrown vegetables or nothing like that. It seems primarily kind of like a showcase, like, look at what plants I can have imported to a city where these are not commonly from. So there is a lot of plant life, but if it's just like weeds and stuff that you wanted to use as a burning material, I would say this is very well looked after. So you'd probably have to ruin a part of the foliage of his garden if you wanted to take anything. But you can do that, but I'm just giving you the heads up.
Well, I think I would like to maybe have a look around if I can spot anything exotic, where maybe I can cut off a few flowers or something, or maybe there's, I don't know, some kind of tree where I might be able to scrape off some bark or something.
Yeah, there's definitely a tree. You could definitely go over to there's a large tree by the poolside. So yeah, you can definitely head on over there and start doing that. And as you do, this is the same sort of time that Maeve and Donros would be coming out of the back door as well. So it's all happening like all at once, and you'd see the pair of them come out the back door and see. You also now see the 3 guards bandaging up an injured guard as well.
I don't know. I kind of just give them a wave and go about my business.
Yeah, and as you do that, Eladrin, you walk into the property, stepping over the glass, and you can see at the back door Donros and Maeve, and then you can hear voices from upstairs.
Yeah, like I said, my priority right now is just getting back to Shion, so I'm just gonna she obviously I can't see her down with Domros and.
I would say, due to her accent, it's very distinct that she is upstairs. Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll head straight upstairs.
Yeah, and
see what's going on.
Yeah, as you ascend the stairs, we'll cut back to these guys as you guys will hear some footsteps coming up the marble stepcase, and Felix turns to see who it is, and yeah, Eladrin, you arrive.
Milady, my apologies for being so tardy in this situation. Is everything alright here?
Apparently so, Sir Alastair. I have urgent business now. It is time for me and my other blue companion to visit any place where I can send a message to my family.
Be more than happy to accompany you, my lady, just to make sure nothing further goes wrong. Can I look around the room and just like perception?
Yeah, throw me a perception check. Let's see what you see at a quick glance.
Amazing.
12. That's not too bad. Yeah, as you take a quick cursory glance inside, you do notice that straight away that the most impressive piece is on the back wall, and it's a stained glass window of the sun beating down upon a pyramid. And it looks like very expensive work, and you can tell that this room is definitely a room of expense. And as you quickly glance at the 10 white marbled pillars, you can see these square like glass cases on each one, 3 of which have been smashed, but the rest remain. Roll me a d10 twice.
Alrighty.
And that'll determine which pillars you spot and notice the most of. Ooh, a 6. Yeah, so number 6, you see a glass case housing what look to be like 2 large stones, which are crackling with electricity within this case. And you can with your acute eyesight, you can see that on the plaque it says lightning stones, used in Novice to operate firearms and constructs. And you can see 2 of them stacked on, like, one's like laying down and the other's like resting on the other one. And number 10, you can see what looks to be like on a stand the hilt of a longsword, where you can see the blade has been snapped off, but the blade is not in this room. It's just the hilt. And on the plaque of that, you can see remnant from the Age of Darkness. Hilt belonged to one of the Illuminated. And
Do you know what that means?
Roll me a history check.
Oh god.
as you glaze over this one. That was a 10. Is your history a flat?
That's a good question, actually.
If you click history on the skills, if you click skill on the skill section, click history, it'll roll for you.
Yeah, good point. It's +1, so if you
so an 11.
Or just cool.
It's all good. Yeah, we'll take the 11. You know from the tales of history, the Age of Darkness was a time where a rift in the sky opened up and demons and devils poured out of it, and there was this heroic group of 12 called the Illuminated. Who were all paladins, clerics, and those of holy orders that fought against the darkness and brought light back to the world. And apparently this is the hilt of one of their blades, which you would know to be pretty priceless. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm not going to stare at it, obviously. Just a cheeky glance, oh, yeah. Cool. And then I'll just step to Shion's side and go, honestly, my lady, I don't think this room is befitting of someone of your stature. I think we should head out and really try and achieve our goal as quickly as possible. You said you had a message to deliver.
That is true indeed, Sir Alastair. However, I do find these trinkets, well, I have seen better, but it'll do. But as you said, we should move quickly.
But of course.
Can I just ask Felix what's all missing?
Yeah, and as you do, Felix goes around and he walks to each of the plinths, and he says, well, of course, the Orb of Eternal Fire, that happens to be one of the artifacts missing, which Shion and Arcturus here were after, as well as, Princess Malanesta's tiara. It's a almost priceless artifact. It was an emerald tiara with diamond droplets hanging from it. One of my late father's treasured trinkets. As well as, and he looks at one. Oh, well, that's odd. It's a brooch from southern Fortis. It's called a Scarab of the Ruby Desert. It's of no great value. It's just my father used to wear it an awful lot, and I decided to add it to his collection because I thought a piece of him could remain as priceless as the rest of them.
So what you're saying is they didn't know what they were taking?
Well, it still has worth, and maybe to the right buyer it could be worth even more, but it just seems odd that they would take that over. And then he gestures to what you can see is a large chunk of crystal, but the crystal is like black, and when you get close to it you can feel like a hum, like a radiating hum from it, and you can feel it through the glass, and you feel your divine magic slightly diminish as you get closer to it.
Can I check this out?
What would you like to do? Would you like to roll Arcana check, maybe? Because it's if you believe it to be magical?
Yes.
Or a history check, if you wish, to see if you've heard of anything like this in the past.
Can I roll a history or a religion check?
I wouldn't say religion, but yeah, you can roll history. Go for it. Natural 20. You rolled that to me personally, which is fine, but yeah, a 24. Oh. At first glance, you've never seen one this size. You have heard of them, and you have seen someone have them on like a ring, but this is like a chunk, like this sort of size on camera, if you can see me. Like, it's a big old chunk, like on a cushion. And you know this to be a shard of dusk crystal. And you know that the dusk crystals have a magical property to nullify magic around it. And you know that something of this size, that's expensive. That's very expensive. You're talking thousands of gold.
I kind of whisper to myself, this just tells me that I don't think they were... I think they're maybe after certain things that they knew about, but...
Can I ask Mr. Featherstone?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that the artifacts that are missing are connected or related to each other?
Well, the tiara is well, that's just a trinket that my father gathered when he traveled towards the spires of Ash near Quirin. It's a relic from the Kazakian tomb. The people there died hundreds of years ago, and well, when they did, their princess and all of those died as well. And this was one of the artifacts that he pulled from the ruins.
Who is your father?
Well, he was an explorer. He was an artifact collector and a gemstone salesman, such as myself. It's where I learnt my trade. But yes, he unfortunately passed a few years back, and now I'm left to take on the mantle.
What was his name?
His name, Egerton Featherstone.
Can I roll a history on that?
Oh, yeah. Roll me a history check. A 14? I would say you've heard mention of the name in like tales, but you've never had like first-hand knowledge of it, and you've never read it anyway. You've just heard people maybe mention his name in the past. But yeah, you've heard of him to be some sort of adventurer of sorts, like collector of artifacts.
To be fair, I think we're on a dead end here. So far we know is that I'm missing. Don't know. I would say, Xion, that we would best hope in this.
That is why I said we are going to send a message to the we're going to wherever I can find some sort of postal service and get word out of this tragedy.
And at that, we will cut back to Maeve, Donros, and Erhard, who are all outside. Maeve and Donros, yeah, you step out into the gardens to see the 3 guards patching up another. And what do you guys do?
I see them patching up straight away as I come out. As we come out. Okay.
Yeah.
Just shyly make my way towards them, as I know I can be of help, but also I'm kind of scared to just make that first sort of human interaction. But I approach them and I'm like, "Hi, what's going on here?"
Oh, hello. Are you one of the ones that arrived with Felix recently?
Yes.
Right,
We've just arrived. Yeah.
Well, but basically, from our understanding, this gentleman here, he's lost quite a bit of blood. But a gentleman approached him as he was checking the second floor, and there was 2 gentlemen in the trophy room. And as they exited, he tried to stop them. One of which threw him over the banister, and he took a nasty fall. The 2 gentlemen ran down afterwards, one running out the front door, and the other running towards the back. Well, taking one fall wasn't enough for him, so he got up and chased after the guy out the back, and, well, he was stabbed multiple times into the ribs, but he seems okay. We've patched up his wounds, we've had a healer come by, and they have, they've patched him up. He didn't get a good glance on them, they were wearing dark clothing, but other than that, yes, they were both wielding daggers.
Can I look at the guards, the injured guard's wounds, and I just kind of want to ask him: is he still in pain? Does he need more healing?
You can see that they've done what they can. It's not fully healed up. You can definitely see some magic has been used here. Some sort of healing properties have been used on this gentleman. But it was like a one small burst, which seems to have knitted the wounds over slightly and stopped the bleeding. But there is still a little bit of seepage, and they've bandaged it up as much as possible.
I'd like to just cure his wounds, because...
You want to cast Cure Wounds? Yeah, go for it. Yeah. So as you bend down and lay your hands upon the top of the bandages, and once again you focus your energy, and this golden ray of light seems to come from your hands and just gently glaze over the wound. And you can see the pain is definitely gone. The wound, obviously you can't see the wound properly because it's started to be bandaged over, but you definitely get a sense that it has started to heal, and it will probably just take him a day or so just to regain his strength. But yeah, you seem to have cured his wounds enough for him to carry out the rest of his day. And he turns to you and he's like, well, thank you, miss. That was incredible.
You're very welcome. And I just want to sort of glance over my back to see Don Ross and just sort of nod at him.
Don Ross gives a nod back, and can I go ahead and take a look around? Like, just kind of look at my surroundings?
Roll me a perception check. And Maeve, could you roll me one as well, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, At that, yeah, Maeve, you're just healing the wounds of this gentleman, and the guards are thanking you and helping him to his feet as you stand up. Don Ross, the first thing you notice is you see Socks go sprinting off into a nearby brush, and you see Maeve has not noticed whatsoever as he slid down her back and has gone scrambling off to some foliage of some sort. You also notice around the area, you can see a little bit further along what looks to be like a scuff mark of blood, but not near the corpse. It's the other side of the swimming pool that's in this backyard. And as you begin moving out, taking a look, you can also see Erhard scraping some of the bark into a bag of some sort from a nearby tree, as well as a bloodied boot print on the back wall.
So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk over to that brush. I'm gonna be very careful too. I ain't trying to like step on or make an unfortunate step. And I'm kind of just gonna, kneel down by the brush, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, little guy, you mind coming out here real quick? And I'm gonna take like a handful of leaves. I'm gonna actually pull some leaves off. I'm gonna have in my hand and just wait and see if he'll actually like come crawl on.
Yeah, I would say about 3 or 4 seconds of waiting. You're like, ugh, like you're about to give up, when he comes out with a big bundle of leaves, and he walks up to you, and he sees that you've got more in your one hand compared to his like arms. He just drops his and like clambers onto your hand.
I'm gonna, stand back up. I'm gonna look at the little dude, and I'm just gonna look at him, and be like, don't go running off, please. Stick with one of us, and I'm just gonna let him chill with me for a moment. I'm gonna go check out the boot print on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if I can find out some information about that, and while keep an eye on little Socks, because I don't want anything bad happen to the little guy.
Yeah, as you get further over, yeah, you can see, you can now see that the tussle between the guard and the gentleman that's obviously stabbed him must have happened, and it might have been on for a little bit longer than what was originally stated, because his boot has obviously been covered in blood. So maybe there was a bit more of a tussle than what was originally stated to you and Maeve. And yeah, as you get there, you can see a little bit higher up, right near the top, it's just like the tip of the boot has like scraped, and there's like a small little blood scrape. So it's almost like you would imagine that he's ran up the wall and over. And these walls are 10 foot high.
Surprised, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm just kind of disappointed that this guy would try to do what he was doing. I don't know. I'm like whatever at this point, and I'm just gonna kind of focus on little Socks, and make sure I'm grabbing a little bit more leaves as I go to keep him entertained or whatnot.
Oh, he's loving
so he doesn't. Yeah, make sure he doesn't go running off again, because I don't want Maeve to lose her little friend.
Have I noticed that he's gone yet, or am I still?
Roll me another perception check as you're looking around, like, what a lovely garden.
Wonder what beds they have here.
Yeah, and at that you're like, oh my god, he's gone. And you're like looking around, and then as Don Ross passes like a third, you can just see a little mushroom top on like his shoulder as he walks around.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just gonna let it happen as long as he's okay, as long as we still got him.
And Erhard, what are you up to?
Well, how long does it take me to, do I don't know, I have my dagger out scraping
yeah, I'd say like a minute or so just to get like a big chunk of it in a bag. Yeah, that's all good.
Cool. Do I note that somewhere? Like what kind of chunk? I don't know. Can I identify that? What kind of bark it is?
Yeah, just write on your sheet tree bark, chunk of tree bark. That would
Lovely. And then I guess I noticed a big elephant stomping around gracefully walking around the garden with the mushroom accompanying him, seeing like how the big dude is like luring the small dude out and whatever, like since they were near me by the pond. And I'm just marveling at that, and then I kind of follow along and try to see what they're doing. I don't know, and maybe
Roll
just
me-
check around.
Yeah,
as well.
roll me a perception check to see if you can suss out what Don Ross seems to be looking at.
Sure, just a second.
That's all right.
Perception. Jesus.
Nice, a 20. Yeah, you see the exact same as Don Ross. You see the blood print lower down on the wall, and then you can see another like mark near the top where obviously his boot has meet the wall, and he's like kicked off of it to try and get up.
Okay.
And yeah, you can see someone has clearly jumped over the back wall to escape.
Can I chat to Don Ross and kind of ask him if he wants to give me a little lift to up the wall? I just want to check where that goes. Like, yeah, do like a little acrobatics up the wall. I don't know.
Just kind of looks at Socks because he's like, what if, you know? But he kind of sighs. He grabs a bit more leaves to make sure, you know, the little guy is gonna stay up there the whole time, and then he kind of offers his hands, because, you know, he's a big guy. He can probably lift him up. Don Ross thinks he's strong enough. He's gonna try to lift He's gonna try to lift him up.
Sure. Roll me a strength check. Yeah, no problem. You give him a boost, and yeah, as you do, Ahad, you reach the top of the wall and like pull yourself up a little bit, and you can see over the back of this wall is another row of houses, very similar to this, all with walled compounds as well. And yeah, you can see there seems to be a walkway that goes along the back of this wall, as well as walkways that go in between the houses. And then what looks to be like the park near the entrance where you came in. So it's probably maybe about another 150 foot, and you'd be getting to the park, which is about another 100 foot from the main gate which you entered.
Can I see any, like, I don't know, scrape marks or like wherever the guy that went up the wall, where he might have gone, like jumping down or jumping along the wall or something? I don't know.
Roll me another perception check, because you are now looking at a new area from a new height. And with an 18, it looks like people have traveled up and down here, visiting houses. It's not heavily traveled, but there are guardsmen you can see stationed in the front of some of these houses. But yeah, from where you are, without properly investigating like the ground and stuff, you can't really see too much. You can see that it's traveled.
Well, I don't know. I kind of look back and tell Don Ross what I saw, and just gonna tell him, like, I'm gonna try and get off the wall here and just have a look around.
Okay. So am I good to let go, or?
Well, I'm on top of the wall.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Cool.
I'm good.
I'm gonna leave him be, and I'm actually gonna take little Socks with me over by the bush. I'm gonna sit down by the brush, and I'm gonna try to lure him to my hand. 'Cause I want to see if I can learn a little bit more about little Socks here, because everyone seems to be busy, you know, but me right now. And I'm just gonna I want to see if I can talk to him. I want to see if I actually can maybe make some grounds of communication with the little guy.
How would you like to do this?
Okay, so I sit down, I put some leaves in my hand. Does he notice? Does he run over to my hand?
Oh, he sees food. Yeah, he's straight over.
Cool. And I kind of look at him, and you know, I'm trying to be very careful, because, you know, I got some tusks, got some, you know, nose, you know, big long trunk. So I'm trying to be very careful. And I kind of just look at him, and you know, I'm really kind of confused, because he's a little mushroom man, but he's adorable. Don Ross thinks he's cute, and Don Ross is gonna just try to speak, like, you know, common to him first. He's gonna be like, hey, do you know, can you speak back? Do you have any like communication skills, or?
Yeah, so as you're saying this, he's looking at like 3 different leaves right now, and he pulls one up, and it's like a brownie color, and it's got a tiny little chunk missing at the corner, And he looks at it and he puts it down. Then he picks the second leaf up, and this one is like a nice green, but he can see that the like stalk of the leaf at the end has been snapped off. And he like shakes his head and puts it down. And then the third leaf he looks at is fully complete and really green. And he just looks at it, he smiles and just shoves it in his mouth. And then he looks up at you, and then he offers you one of the other 2 leaves that he didn't want.
Okay. Take one. I'm gonna take the one with the at the end, the stem one. I don't want to take the brown one. And I'm just gonna like turn my head this way and just like act like I'm about to put it in my mouth, but just like let it go as it, But as he sees, it looks like I'm actually, I'm gonna try to play it off as I'm trying to eat it.
Yeah, he's not the most intelligent little guy. He'll think that you're eating a leaf.
Right, and I'm gonna try to keep speaking to him. I'm gonna try speak to him in like thieves can't. I'm gonna try to speak to him in like my Loxodon language. I'm gonna see if I can actually make some communication with him and see if he understands anything I'm saying.
Yeah, and you do this. You spend like the next 5 minutes just chilling and chatting with this little dude, and he just eats leaves. He doesn't seem to respond to you.
Can I hear this going on whilst I'm in the garden?
Yeah. As you're like walking around looking at all the luxurious plant life, you can just hear like elephant noises and random languages coming from the corner of the garden. And as you do that, you just look over and you can just see that Donros is sat on the floor with little socks.
Can I join them?
Yeah, you go and sit down. Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked Donros, have you made any progress with socks?
All I know is he likes leaves, but I think me and him are friends now. I think I've gotten the hang of this. If I just keep giving him leaves, I think he likes me. I think we've made a connection, like through the leaves. Yeah. I'm gonna keep grabbing leaves as I say this too, and I'm just gonna keep hanging it to him.
I want to have a go as well because I know a few languages. And we've gotten along very fine so far. There seems to be one very big priority for socks, but I want to see if there's if we can have a communication between us. So obviously common didn't work. So I hold a leaf up to socks, and in Druic I say to him, "Food?"
And you can see him looking up the leaf.
Yeah. Okay. Next language. Sylvian. Food?
He's still looking at the leaf.
Okay. We're going through all of them. Primordial.
And you say food again?
Yeah, I say food. Yeah,
He's just looking at the leaf right now. You're holding up food and you're saying food.
Okay, so now I take the leaf away. Hide it behind me. Is there any reaction?
He seems to try to look round you.
Okay. I sigh, give him back the leaf.
He eats it.
He eats it.
Honestly,
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think he speaks a language. I think
He has-
this guy.
Donros. He has vocal cords. I have heard him scream, running in fright to me when he was being chased. There's noise in there. There's just no words.
Maybe we can give him the
teach
kind of
him.
Maybe we can teach him maybe some common, so he can talk to all of us.
Yeah, we should. Well, unless somebody else can speak to him, maybe we can try and teach him some common.
Do you really want to talk to these other people?
I think I should. I have. Oh wait, I've forgotten the language. I've got another language. Wait. 1 second. Before I answer that, can I just try in Elvish one last time?
What is it that you're trying?
To speak to Socks.
Yeah, what is it that you're trying? Because last time you were holding a leaf up and saying the word food.
Okay, so I grab little Socks and I make him concentrate on me, and I'm like, "Do you understand me?"
And what language is that in?
Elvish.
Okay. He just looks at you.
Okay. I feel like I should have done that with all my languages, but it's fine. So anyway. I don't know if I think yes, I want to get to know these people more. They seem like a very interesting bunch.
I'm kind of confused by that because well, Maeve, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't trust these people very much. I mean, you seem like a very going person, but I do have some questions about, yes, how how are you in a way, right? You didn't understand like money, It's just very confusing. But I will say these people to me seem a little to themselves or only for themselves, maybe a little selfish, perhaps. Maybe besides that one lady who saved that guard, but other than that, that one lady and the blue person and the other hooded figure guy, they only seem to be after something certain. I'm not very sure if they're very trustworthy as of yet.
I don't understand why anyone would just do stuff for themselves anyway. Where I've come from, all I've ever done is protect the area and make sure everybody was, well, all the animals and the nature was protected and looked after. So to me, that doesn't make sense. I would assume that everybody here has that same sort of, the same sort of priorities, but apparently not. But how would I know? I've spent the last 15 years in a forest, so I'm not the best one to ask.
Maeve, I'm gonna let you in on a little world shocker here. But everyone that you know here, every one of these people, even including myself, we've all probably done some pretty messed up things. This is the world we live in nowadays. We're all not very
bad things, like you've picked flowers and not replanted them, or what do you mean?
No, it's like little socks here, right? Let's say someone might not value Sock's life as much as other people. And so, like me and you, right, we do our best to protect this little thing.
Yeah, of course.
But, maybe someone else in this party might not see Socks as important. So when it comes to its life, they will probably be more so wanting to disregard it or not care as much for it as we might or we would do for the little thing.
Anyone in the party particular you think would have no interest in keeping Sock safe, or anyone for that matter?
Well, I've only been, kind of looking, I don't know these people too much. Me and you probably know just about the same. I don't know. One seems like he really wants to stick around that very uptight lady. He doesn't really. Uptight is like someone who's fancy, right? Someone who carries themselves with much, like they're worth more than others, right?
Ah, okay. So like she has a bigger forest than I did.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So let's make this. Yes, we're making some progress here. Listen, Maeve, I just want you to be safe in what you do, and I want you to not. Try to be more talkative, right? Because it's a good thing, right? You're something I've noticed you probably haven't had too much experience in is talking to other people, but at the same time, I don't want you to overextend yourself and then allow these people to exploit that and hurt you.
You don't want me to tell them about me?
Listen, whatever you tell them is on you. Everyone has their secrets. I just want you to more so make sure what you're doing is not going to potentially put you in danger.
I just sort of think to myself, I'm trying to make sense of what he's saying to me, because to me, everything I've lived through the last 15 years and before that as a child is I've never had to worry about if you say it, that's how it goes kind of thing. Like I've never had to worry about any of these things and people not being genuine. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it in, but I'm still a bit confused. And I sort of just nod at Don Ross and say, "Thank you for that." Thank you.
Yeah. Just if you need anything, we've known each other for a short amount of time, but I feel like you're the only person I can kind of trust around here. Maybe that other lady who I don't know her name, but she's the one who helped the guard earlier. She seems very
Contessa.
Contessa.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Her. You guys seem very trustworthy. Just if you need anything, if you have any questions, let me know.
I'll be sure that when that coinage is being asked about, I'll make sure to check with you.
Right.
If they ask for the right price.
Yes, I will help you not do this, not waste your money essentially, but
we could haggle together. Potentially, we could haggle together.
We could do that. Just money's a very different topic for probably a different time. Just right now, let me handle the money talk until you kind of pick up on what's actually happening around here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very much I'm still a child, technically. But
I'm just like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Why? A child?
You didn't know? You've been living in you never seen an elephant before, or elephant man?
No, not like yourself, no.
Well, technically, right, for your guys' kind of life, I would be considered a middle-aged, almost adult. But because of my Loxodon, nature, I can live up to 450 years, perhaps, I believe. I don't really mature until I'm 60. So pretty young man still. I got a long ways to go.
Okay, that's kind of sweet. I'll make sure to look after you and Socks then, in that case.
Look after me. Listen, lady, no offense to you or anything, but I've kind of been on my own for not as much as you have. You're probably skilled in that kind of area, but I've seen things in my life, and I feel like if anything, we should both work on keeping each other alive, and in that same token, keeping Socks alive.
On that, I'll shake hands with you.
Don Ross will very calmly and not make his big hands. He doesn't want to crush your hand, but he's gonna very softly shake your hand.
Okay. So you both begin shaking hands. You realize you haven't seen Socks for a little while. And as you look up at a branch on a tree, you see Socks walking across the branch top, trying to get to an acorn on the end of a branch. And as that happens, we will cut over to the rest of the gang inside the house. As you're all still inside and still looking at the artifacts within the room. And Felix says, look, I promised payment to you all for the deeds that you have done, but if you wouldn't mind coming back in the morning, and I'll make sure to round up some coin for you. I really need to get this place tidied up and make sure I double the guard, in case it is my life that is in danger, and not my artifacts.
Before you do that, can I take a look around? I've been fascinated by the artifacts, but I haven't really looked specifically for something here. Can I just look around to see if they may have dropped something?
Sure, roll me an investigation check as you begin to search the room and just outside. Just so you know, Cree.
A quick note. Why does it happen?
At the top left of your character sheet, it should say public or 2GM, and I think you've got 2GM clicked.
Yeah, okay.
So if you just click public, then it will roll it publicly. I'll let you roll again, so then everyone can see it. Ooh, much better. Cool. Yeah. As you begin to look around, at first you notice that there is no other exit apart from the stained glass window, which is completely intact. So they must have come in and out through the archway that you entered. You also notice that there are shards of glass around the bases of the 3 that have broken, almost as if they came in, smashed the top, and grabbed the items within. As you are looking around, you realize that some of the items that you have now heard of to be quite expensive are nearer the doors, and they haven't been taken. So they have come into the room. There's one a little bit further in, there's one on the back wall, and then there's one about midway on the right side of the room as well. So it would almost indicate that it is targeted, as opposed to a random snatch and grab. Just from looking over. You also you also notice that there is, right near the door, there is 5 ingots of some form of metal. And you know, being someone that deals with a lot of metals and stuff due to your armor, and having a little bit of time knowing about prices of metals, that this particular metal is interesting to you. And it's something that you have not ever had yourself, but you've heard tale of it. And it's called lithium. And you know that lithium is quite rare within these parts, and it is known to be one of the heaviest and sturdiest metals in the world. You know, 1 ingot of these could be worth hundreds of gold, and there happen to be 5 stacked on top of each other in one of these glass cases. So you know straight away, if it's money that they were after, this would have been prime for taking. And it's right near the door, it would have been easy snatch and grab. You also notice that all the glass cases are identical, and you can see, just read, that the closest plinth has a droplet of blood running down the side of it. And just outside the room, there are a couple more droplets on the carpet that lead to the banister. As you walk on over to the banister, you can see a shard of glass underneath the rug, and you can also see what looks to be like a rip or tear of material, which seems to be near the banister as well. And then you can see some scuff marks on the banister where the guy must have been pushed over. But that's all that you get to see as you're scouting the room.
Can I pick up the fabric and just examine it a little closer?
Yeah, and as you pick up the fabric, you notice that it has a like goldeny beige sort of color to it, and you realize that this fabric is the cape of the guards. It's the same coloring as the cape from one of the guards. So whether or not it was ripped as he was thrown over, or maybe a blade was drawn and it cut part of his cloak, you're not quite sure. But yes, there's a piece of guards material at the top of the stairs.
I'm just gonna put it in my backpack and stand myself next to Felix while everyone decides what to do.
Mm-hmm. What are the rest of you doing?
In my honest opinion, I think we are wasting. The culprits have gone. Could have gone long gone now. I think we should go. Collect intel.
Yes, we should probably be going now. So yeah, I guess we're leaving.
Yes.
I personally am probably going to stay Felix.
I was gonna stay back with Felix, just for a brief moment.
Yeah, so Shion and Arcturus, the pair of you exit the room, and do you descend downstairs and begin to leave, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think there's anything.
We've seen it.
Yeah. You start going down the stairs, and Eladrin, what are you up to?
I'll just say to her before she leaves, just real as she said, I'll be right behind you, my lady. I have but one quick issue to attend to.
I just sort of, raise my eyebrows and...
Shoot back a cheeky little,
Yeah. Yeah, basically like...
And then I shall pull the door. If there's a door, I'll just pull it closed.
There's a curtain across the archway. Yeah.
Draw the curtain then.
Yeah, you draw the curtain.
I just want to turn back around to... If we're alone now, I guess it's only just myself and Gantessa and Felix.
Gantessa, yeah.
I'm just going to turn back around to Felix Featherstone and just smile at him and go, Felix. And then I want to drop the smile immediately and go, tell me, you're either a liar or an idiot? Which one is it?
Excuse me?
You're a liar or an idiot? Which one is it? It does not take a genius to figure out the items in this room were targeted. One of which Miss Lady Shion is also very interested in, and you're telling me it's mere coincidence that it's the one missing. On top of that, that handle over there is worth more than money can buy. If they were stealing, everything in this room would be missing. So tell me, sir, are you a liar or are you an idiot?
What would I have lied about? I've told you exactly
everything.
everything.
Something. Are you a collector who knows nothing of what he's collecting?
These are my father's
you
trinkets.
expect me to believe this?
I merely preserve this room for my father's name.
How much is this room worth, sir? Do you even know that?
To me, it's priceless, but to others, I know that these ingots here, and
to others, it's priceless, you fool. So tell me, and I want to intimidate him. Are you a liar or an idiot?
Roll me an intimidation check then, as you're saying this. And yeah, Contessa, you're there for the whole thing, just so you know. So if you ever want to chime in, by all means. But yeah, as you begin to intimidate him,
just here.
He takes a step back and like knocks into one of the plinths, and he's just like, I don't believe I've lied. But does that really make me an idiot? What have I done? Do you care to elaborate, sir?
I just want to get really close to him and just very quietly, just like right in his face, and just quietly and go, then I want you to know forever, for the rest of your days, that you are an idiot. And that's how you should introduce yourself to people from now on. Hi,
Why?
I'm Felix Featherstone, and I'm an idiot.
But why am I an idiot? What have I done to deserve such a status?
And I'll just ignore him at this point because the dude is clearly an idiot. And I just want to have a quick look around the room and then just say to him, if we're going to retrieve anything for an idiot, then the payment will be high. Because clearly, you're a man that can afford it.
Yes, look. And he reaches into a pouch and he pulls out what looks to be like a golden plaque. And on the plaque is inscribed a feather. And within it, it's FF is the initials. And he passes you it. And he says, please, take this to the people that assisted in the market. And look, go to any tavern. We'll pay for your night, all drinks, all food. Just look, this is all I can give you for this evening until tomorrow, and then I will pay you for saving my life. And then, if you wish to carry out looking for these artifacts, I'll pay you even more for that. Look,
Take it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not interested in gold, but this is a good start. And then I'll just leave.
He's just like looking at you as you walk away, and you can just see like Contessa. You can see at this point, his eyes start to water up. And he just looks at you and he's just like, please, would you leave me a moment? I need some time to myself.
I will, okay. I don't entirely believe you're being truthful to us either, so I'm with him.
Well, what do you believe I have said? Why would nobody speak
I just
to me?
I just believe you're withholding information is what I'm saying as I start to walk away.
What information?
And then I start going down the stairs.
And yeah, he just kind of... He stands there for a moment as you're walking down the stairs, and you can see him still in the room. And then he just closes the curtain again. And then, yeah, you also leave down the stairs. And at this point, I would say, Ahad, you're over the side of the walkway, and you've been surveying the area, trying to see if you can find droplets of blood, scuff marks, but unfortunately it looks like a well-traveled path and there is no sign of anyone sprinting away, no blood or anything. It seems like this individual maybe hopped over the wall and just tried to blend in with the crowd.
Okay. Quick question before we start on that.
Yeah.
Do I hear any of the conversation that's been going on the other side of the wall with Maeve and Donros?
I would say you probably catch maybe a little bit. I don't think they were being particularly hush. They were secluded in the garden, a little ways away. And yeah, at this current point, as you're surveying, you can hear them talking. I don't think you'd hear every word, but you'd probably hear like bits and pieces of sentences. So I'll let you pick and choose what you hear from that.
Yeah, I would like to take note that they don't include me in the suspicious, in the trustworthy people.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just puzzled about that, since I seem to be a cheerful fellow. And well, then you said there's guards in front of other houses in this part.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would like to look like and pick the nearest one, left or right.
Yeah, you go towards one of the guards, and yeah, he looks towards you. Excuse me, sir. May I ask, are you looking for something?
Yes, we are working for Mr. Featherstone, who lives here in this compound I just came out of. You probably know him, and there has been a break-in there. Have you seen anyone suspicious coming over the wall besides me?
Well, besides you, no, we haven't. We actually haven't been. When the news of banditry happened, the noble men and women that live within the Golden Sands requested all their guards to be closer to them, and a lot of the outside guards were within the grounds. So we tried our best to keep the houses safe. And yes, we did hear of the ruckus over the road here, but we only heard of it after the event had happened. We were not aware that anything was going on at the time, and if there were any loud noises, we would have most likely heard it. We did hear a shriek from, I believe, the gentleman that was stabbed, from what I can hear. But apart from that, we didn't hear anything else.
Okay.
There's been quite a panic in this city at the moment, what with the banditry within the Market Bazaar.
Yeah, I understand that. We've been there, but it's also the reason why we're trying to find out what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of the guard did get called to the bazaar to try and control the chaos, so only limited members of personal guard like myself for the nobles here were left to protect them.
Cool. I don't know. Can I try and look around if I can see anyone else on the path?
Yeah,
right
roll
now?
a perception check. Yeah, you are just from glancing about. There are people about, but mostly they're keeping within the walls of their compounds. And you can see like a few noble men and women within buildings, but primarily there's no one walking up and down the streets. What with the current situation, a lot of people have been sent to their homes to stay within doors, so that there aren't any. If there are any bandits that have escaped, hopefully it deters them from attacking more people in the city. But yeah, as you look around, you see another guard a little bit further down the road, doing the exact same thing, protecting the doorway of one of the noble men or women's houses.
And there's no other, like, I don't know. I imagine
Yeah,
like
all
daggers or something like that.
No, not in the Golden Sands.
Out on the road.
Yeah, not in the
Okay,
Golden
not in
Sands.
that
A lot of them
distance.
would get moved on to the lower districts. Yeah.
Cool. Can I call upon my Raven if he can come, like, kind of look to me, and I don't know if he can fly up and down the path, and if he can maybe spot something or someone close to there.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, by all means. Roll a d20 and it's +3, I believe, for your perception
I
of a
don't
Raven.
remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's +3. 20, nice. As the Raven flies up and down, you get signals of guards patrolling the outskirts of the Golden Sands. You get that a few noble families are coming back to their residence. Over time, it seems to be that all areas are kind of under lockdown due to the current scenario, and they're trying to comb the city street by street to make sure that there aren't any individuals that may be looking to cause trouble. But apart from that, yeah, that's all you see.
Sure. You said there's some guards patrolling outside?
Yeah, so where the Golden Sands is, it is 3 rows of 5 houses, so 15 houses in total, which are all noble men and women that live within them. And then round the outside of all of this district, there is like a roadway, and the guards seem to be walking down, and then 1 or 2 guards are going up and down the streets, just combing the area, seeing if there are any more bandits or brigands of sorts.
Oh. Can I walk towards those guards?
Yeah.
And try and talk to them?
Yeah, and as soon as you start to walk towards them to leave the district, they do raise a hand and say, "Excuse me, sir. We would suggest that you head back to your home for safety under your own guard." And you believe to be presuming that they think you're a noble man or woman of this area.
Well, sorry, sirs. I'm in the service of Felix Featherstone right now. There has been a break-in in his house, and we're trying to find out what happened. So have you stumbled upon anyone, or have you seen anyone go about?
Not personally, no. We do believe that the incident happened from the briefing we got from the injured guard around about 30 to 40 minutes ago. Which happened about the same time of the attacks within the Market Bazaar. But apart from that, that's all the information that we have, and unfortunately I can't disclose anything else.
You can't disclose anything else? We're trying to find Felix Featherstone's belongings, and...
Yes, I am aware.
Rather important, you know that, right?
Yeah, so we're trying to do everything in our power to find the individuals that are responsible for this. However, due to the panic citywide, we are having to comb the streets one by one. We are checking individuals upon exiting the city, as well as going by the various taverns, searching room by room to see if people have stored stuff in tavern rooms. As you can imagine, it's quite a lengthy process.
Yes, exactly why we are offering our services, or rather we are in the service of Felix Featherstone, and he has asked our help, and seeing that you are short-staffed and having your hands full keeping security, and now this incident needs to also be worked on, I would be happy if you could maybe share some more information.
I'm afraid, unfortunately, sir, as we're unaware of who you are and what your intentions truly are, we will have to refrain from telling you that information. However, by all means, if you write a letter to the council, I'm sure that they will be able to permit that such information to you. But that could take a few days during the current circumstances.
Is there anyone I can speak to with like identification from Mr. Featherstone that shows you who I am? Where I can go?
Yes, if you would like to go to one of the guard posts and fill out some information there, and where you're staying, we could definitely report to you maybe in the morning once some of the situation has been dealt with. However, we are still trying to protect the people of this city, as the attack is still ongoing within the Market Bazaar.
Understandable. Okay, thank you for your help, good sirs, and good luck.
Not a problem. If you do see anything, please do report it to one of the guards that you see on the way.
I will try to be as helpful as you are. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then I turn around and walk back to the front.
Go back to the. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
House.
And as you start walking around that way, we'll cut back really quickly to Maeve and Donros, as you are, as you can now see, Sox is climbing down from the tree, holding an acorn in one hand while climbing down with the other, and he starts climbing down the tree.
Your little friend seems to really like to go on his own a little bit.
I don't know. He seems to have one big priority being food, but I have to say this is the first time I've seen him go for an acorn.
Okay. Do you need me to help him get down? Perhaps I am.
Yeah, you can offer your trunk.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna kind of walk close to the tree. And I'm just gonna let my trunk go up. I'm gonna move it towards the tree and see if he would jump on it.
Yeah,
Why not?
and, as you do that, yeah, he jumps onto the trunk, and you lower him down, and as he climbs off and goes to the floor, he runs over to Maeve and holds up the acorn.
I pick it up from him and I give him a nod, and I'm just like, I kind of give him a question and like, thank you. What's this for?
Yeah, and he just finds a leaf and starts eating it.
Okay.
Great. Can I make another perception check while I'm back here, just to see if anything's, whatever, what else is going on. See if anything else has happened.
Yeah, perception check.
Great. I have a lot of perception.
Yeah, well, the 13, I would say you can see now through the house, Shion and Arcturus descending the stairs. Yeah, that's about all that you can see. The guards have moved from the back garden. There's 2 stationed out here now, just making sure that no one tries to hop the walls or anything like that. And the others have gone through the side gate round to the front of the house.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of tilt my head at the 2 leaving, and I'm gonna look at Maeve and just gonna calmly say, well, it looks like our new friends have got what they wanted and are now leaving.
Do you want to join them?
I think it is in our best interest to stick with others in case. I don't know. In my opinion, I'm not sure about these people, but I do want to get an idea about what they're doing around here. Honestly.
Why were you in the market today?
Why am I in the market?
Yeah, why were you here?
I'm here on my own accord to find my own life, per se. I'm wanting to make my own living. Yeah. Why were you at the market?
So. Oops.
Keep going, he'll join back.
Do we wait or?
No, just keep going.
Oh, keep going.
Okay. So, crazy story. I'll keep it short. I got teleported here. And so did Socks.
Okay.
And I was told by a very, very knowledgeable lady that I was to find somebody who was doing something really bad, and stop them from doing it. And that's all I know. That's all I know. So yeah. But also, whilst Maeve and Don Ross are talking, I saw this acorn in my hand, and I've just sort of realised that this is the first time he's given me an acorn, and as I'm about to put it in my pouch, I just want to investigate it, or I don't know, perception. Like, I just want to know why he's specifically given me an acorn.
Yeah, roll an investigation or perception check on this said acorn in front of you. As you study the acorn and begin to look on it, it's an acorn.
Okay. I'll put it in my pouch, and I see that there's a few nuts in my pouch from the night that me and Sock spent before, from the morning. He gave us some nuts, and I'll just pick out one nut and I offer it to him, see if he wants to have that instead of the acorn.
He takes it, looks up at you, and then bites into it, bites half, and gives you the other half back.
I'll just eat the other half, just to share it. It's cute.
Do I notice she was studying an acorn?
Yeah. And I would say she spent about a good 40 seconds looking at it.
I'm gonna kind of scratch my head. I'm kind of confused at what I just saw right now, and I'm kind of just gonna let it slide for now. I'm not gonna question her on what she's doing. Seeing I kind of look back to see the two that I saw leaving earlier, and I'm kind of just gonna motion her to, like, let's go follow and see where they're headed.
Okay. Yeah, I follow along. We bring Socks is on my shoulder, and we make sure we have some leads for him, and we follow along.
Yeah, and as Shion and Arcturus, you step outside, and it's a pretty summery day. It's a nice day, and as you're stood there about to leave, you do hear footsteps coming down from upstairs, as well as you see Donros and Maeve coming in through the back door. And then as you turn around, you see Ahad walking round through the front gate, as you are all now in the front garden and front porch of this gentleman's house, as you all reconvene once more.
So, you guys got any good news or anything to share with us, perhaps?
Things were taken.
Things were taken. Well, I've kind of assumed that, but you guys seem to be up there for quite some time.
I looked around a lot, and it seems like they were here for specific items and not money, because there were many items that they could have took and could have just made a fortune for themselves, but they didn't.
I see. I'm gonna look at the hooded elf, the one who I know can speak Thieves' Chant, and I'm gonna kind of speak in Thieves' Chant real quick to him. And I'm kind of just gonna say, anything you would like to share?
And without Thieves' Chant back, I just openly acknowledge it and just say, Featherstone is an idiot, but he's not a liar.
I see.
I don't think he understands the value of his room. But Lady Shion, I do have questions myself.
Very well. Would you like to talk about them here or in private?
My lady, that is entirely up to you.
Okay, you two can get a room for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. You two can get a room for this. I've been hearing this all day. Listen, I don't know about y'all. I'm done. But can we just go somewhere, get a few drinks? Well, not me. I don't want to drink any. Whatever you guys will probably be drinking. And can we just get somewhere and just settle down for a minute and actually talk about what's actually happened? So we all can catch up and get an idea. Seems like we're all kind of forced to be with each other now.
Someone that speaks in Thieves' Chant so other people can't understand. You seem eager to talk suddenly.
I'm just staring at him with confusion, visible confusion.
Well, unlike you, I'm actually, wanting to, I don't know, maybe learn more about who each of you are, why you guys are here and what you guys are doing. You guys seem to be very interested in that room.
I just roll my eyes.
I got caught up in this mess.
I roll my eyes. I shoot a cheeky wink at Alastair and look at Arcturus, and we just wander off. We got business.
I follow.
Well, I would just say, well, it sounds like there's interesting things in this house. I also would like to actually see for myself. I will stay here for a bit.
You can stay here. I'm gonna go find a tavern. I'm gonna go.
Which tavern are you having?
Whatever one's closest. We might as well stay close around here, just in case that whoever the heck his name was, I really don't care, unless he needs us again for something.
Well,
I just
then
look
we'll
back at Erhard.
Sorry.
And I point upstairs. He's not in the best mood right now, and I point towards where Alistair was standing. Something happened.
Well, I will still have a look around. I look at the big elephant man. I'm just like, well, we'll find you in the tavern.
Thank
I
you.
hope.
I'm sure you will. Now I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna start walking off myself. I'm done.
I'm addressing myself to Miss Maeve. I ask her what she wants to do.
just ask her, like, what's your business here?
My business is to find a certain artifact. That we have a goal, I have a goal, Leon has a goal. We are after that goal. I'm just inviting you to come along. Go ahead, go your way.
I'm interested, probably for very other reasons than you are. Are you guys headed to the tavern tonight as well? What is a tavern?
It's an inn, like a bar, pub. It's a place where you. Oh,
I know
sorry.
that Nate doesn't know that.
It's asking in character.
Nate doesn't know what a tavern is.
Second time already.
A tavern is a place where you find food and drink and lodging to sleep, because that's what you need in a city like this.
Okay, so are you guys going to this tavern?
We can definitely go to that tavern. After we found that temple where we can send a message to find intelligence about what happened here.
Okay. I'm gonna head down to the tavern with Don Ross, and I'll meet you there.
Very well, we'll meet you there.
Can I talk, I would address Contessa and be like, if you like, you can stay here with me. I did appreciate your help earlier. I would feel safer on the way back.
I just glance back at him and nod a little bit and be like, I don't really have no objective right now. I was actually hoping to talk to Felix some more too. But then that happened, so I'll stay as well.
Sure. Thanks. And then turn around and go inside. Or, well, I'm not turning around, I'm just going past the other guys and go inside.
So,
see
The
you
only
later.
thing I would like to do, just before everybody spreads out, is say one thing. Just be careful, guys. We don't want to be spooked by 30 bands in a barrel or end up in a brothel, do we?
Do we have a way of, no, that's a... Does anyone have anything that could actually, maybe we can have flying around, maybe, or, keep watch, or, make a way we can actually communicate with one another in case things go sideways? Or at least, how about this? How about we all have an idea of where everyone is going? So we know locations, so if something, if you guys aren't back at a certain time, we can make sure to go find you guys and actually help out.
I think Shion and myself have left already, haven't we? We're gone. We're not a part of
you
this.
two have just walked.
I'm just talking about...
Isn't Arcturus still here and he's going with them anyway? So we have a messenger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Olaf can go with you guys, and if you have anything, you just send them back to me.
How about...
That's a good idea.
How about if by sunset we have not all made it to the tavern? If somebody's not there, we go check out their location. So where's everybody? You guys are staying at the mansion with Felix.
Yeah, I'm staying here.
And Arcturus, you're going where?
I'll be heading to the...
Okay. And me and Don Ross will head to the tavern now. If you guys aren't there, or if anyone isn't there, we will come check out the place by sunset.
Very well.
Maeve,
Look at the...
can you just roll me an intelligence check real quick?
Okay. Sorry, not that smart. Wait.
Yeah, you would remember that you know of at least 4 taverns in this city.
Oh. Do I know what they're called?
With a 16, yeah. There is the Crown Jewels in the Crown Ward. There is the Oaken Keg, the Lyrical Hornet, and the Broken Bottle on the main strip. You've also been told that there are additional taverns within the Civilian Ward further south to the city.
Do I know which one's closest to our location right now?
Probably the main strip, which would be the Lyrical Hornet, Oaken Keg, and Broken Bowl, which is also near the main gate where you came in.
So can I suggest... Well, I'll just suggest to everybody that we go to the Oaken Keg. That's the tavern we'll be heading to.
Well,
I agree with that. I heard that.
Sorry. Well, I would just say, sure, we can go there, but I've stayed at the Hornet, I believe, and yeah, it's a good place, but wherever you would like.
I'm open to any.
I'll just chime in and on my travels, I actually heard the Oaken Keg has been a good place, so I agree with that.
Okay. Yeah, let's just keep it Oaken Keg, so everybody knows where we're going.
Easy.
Cool, and then we part ways, I guess.
Awesome. So Arcturus is going to catch up with Eladrin and Shion. So we'll do that now, and then we will decide where everyone's going. So yeah, Arcturus, you managed to catch up with the other two as you jog behind them until you catch up to them.
I have long legs. I'll be there.
So yeah, what do you say to them as you arrive?
Totally not giving Eladrin stare, or I'm just ignoring him. I'm saying in my grump, long enough.
Took me long enough. For what exactly do you mean, darling? You are the one who lingered there with these pets.
I was not. Our friend here, very long time and extinct. Pedestal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you ignored him.
Like you, my very blue friend, I seem to care about Miss Shion's goal here. Now, I believed Featherstone not to be telling me the correct information, so I stayed behind to question him about this orb, which Miss Shion seems very interested in.
As do I. Tell us, what's in it?
If you must know, she reminds me of a friend.
Very well.
I'm just... Well, I don't really know what to say. Perhaps we can talk about this later. Shall we now find this temple?
Let's head out to the temple.
Yeah, and you guys would have noticed it upon your arrival, especially Eladrin, because it was nearer the main strip. It's quite a grand 140-foot tall temple. You would have noticed, and yeah, as you make your way there, I'll chuck you guys on the map so we know who's going where. Let me drag you over to this. Oh, so yeah. So the temple is up this way at the top end over here, and it's just behind the main strip. Yeah, that is where the temple is, of the Temple of the Prime. And you also know that the main strip of taverns are these three quite large buildings here. So you three are heading towards the temple. I've got Donros and Maeve heading towards the Oaken Keg. Is that correct? Nod, yeah, cool. And then we have Contessa and Erhard staying behind at the at the mansion for now, to have a few more words with Felix before they leave. In that case, we will jump to Erhard and Contessa as the pair of you then re-enter the mansion. And do you both go upstairs? Is that where your play is?
Well, Contessa.
I don't know if he has any ill will because of what happened while I was there and I didn't do anything, so if you would go up first and I follow behind, I'd prefer that.
Well, I don't know, like, I would like to have a look around around the house in general. Like, there was a break in here, we heard from the guards, things happened. We saw the blood, or I saw the blood in the garden. So I
take up that fabric and show him it, and I was like, yeah, there was a scuffle upstairs as well.
Yeah, and there was clearly someone escaping over the wall in the back, and he had blood on him. He was maybe even hurt himself, but mainly also from the scuffle with the wounded guard. And he blended in and seemed to have escaped without being noticed. But yeah, I would just like to have a look around down here to see any other.
Yes. Is that guard still in the back?
I believe so.
the wounded one?
Yeah, neither of you know.
I wouldn't. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Oh, okay.
I didn't go into the garden again. I only saw them tending, and then I went.
I would just like to look around his mansion as well, because I'm kind of here.
Both of you make me perception checks then.
Okay.
Sure.
And a 15. Yeah, as you're looking around, you feel that none of the other rooms have been disturbed. He has a grand living room with a big fireplace. It's all marble. And there are cushions and luxurious decor and chandeliers and everything. This is a very, very rich person's house. And Contessa, you especially would notice that even from your background, this is some wealth. This is like
very posh.
Yes, like top tier, like wealth. Like not many people that you have ever met have ever had this much wealth. And yeah, as you're looking around, you go into the kitchen area, and there's staff in there that seem to be cooking up some sort of meal for potentially Felix, as well as a what looks to be like a chambers of sorts for maybe a guard to sleep, so that they can take shifts and rest within the property overnight. But yeah, downstairs, apart from that, you don't see anything else. No disturbances apart from the hallway with the blood in and the smashed glass at the front door.
I'm just gonna look at Erhard and say, does the name Agatha and Featherstone mean anything to you?
I'm not sure. Let me think on that. Do I do some kind of roll for that? I don't know. Like
Roll me a history check. See if you can remember anything from your years. 16. Yeah, very similar to what I gave. I think it was Arcturus before. You have heard the name in passing as a collector of artifacts and various trinkets, but apart from that, yeah, there's nothing that you can recall specifically. Apart from that, he was a very wealthy adventurer collector.
So yeah, yeah. From my travels through the area, the region here, I've only heard the name. Heard that he's an explorer and he collects things, or he used to collect them. But yeah, not more than that.
I would like to question Felix a bit more about his father, because he seems to have been not saying much about him. He mentioned one of the stolen things was actually a thing he wore personally and wasn't actually of any value in any way. So I'm kind of thinking maybe that's connected somehow.
Or let's make our way upstairs, I guess. So you said earlier I should lead the way, so I guess I will.
Yes.
Quietly go up the stairs and peek through the curtain.
As you quietly go up the stairs and you start to approach the curtain, all you can hear from behind it is sobbing.
I guess I would just can I actually do my prestidigitation and make like an odd odor appear? I just want him to kind of be on different thoughts.
What do you want, like a buggy fart smell to appear? Like,
well, like
what is it that you want?
I don't know, like a wet dog or something.
I grab Erhard's arm and is like, he's very sad right now. Why not play a tune? Maybe that'll cheer him up.
Or I can do that. I just didn't want to deal with the feelings. All right, I guess I get my pan flute out and I'm just playing like a very mellow and I don't know, not mellow. I don't know, like something. Jesus.
Jesus does not exist in my world.
Something mellow, but then it leads into like more of an uppity.
Okay. Roll me a performance check. A natural 20. You play an incredible performance. As the sobbing continues, as you are playing this piece of music, there is just sobbing coming from the next door. Well, through the curtain.
I guess we should just head in.
I'm just gonna yell out, Felix, are you okay?
You hear some sniffles and like the wiping of moisture from his face as you hear him clamber back to his feet as he seems to have been on his knees just sobbing in the center of a trophy room. As he gets back up and he walks over to the curtain, he pulls it to and he's like, can I... What is it now?
Well...
That man isn't here anymore. You don't have to worry.
You also called me a liar. It wasn't just him.
I'm just thinking. I just need to know a little bit more about your father. That's all.
What possibly could you want to know?
I don't know. Did he have any enemies at all? Anything like that?
Not to my knowledge. He was such a kind man and generous and donated to various businesses throughout the city, and well, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to make his name reign on in this world.
I lost my train of thought, but does anyone know about your artifacts? I know you keep them up so they can be shown, but is this like a museum of sorts, or is this kind of private?
Well, when I have business meetings, I usually bring people back here to my abode to conduct business in one of the chambers just down the hallway from here. Quite often after a business meeting, if the conversation of artifacts get brought up, I do allow a few people to browse what my father had.
Interesting. And did they ever mention any of the artifacts stolen? If you can remember that far back.
Not specifically, but about a month ago, two individuals from Arkenvale came for me to set up business with them to set up a shop in Arkenvale, and we were to send gems to them in a few days' time and set up the shop for good. And ambassadors came from Arkenvale recently, and yes, I did show them into this trophy room, and well, in fact, I was meant to meet them in the market today when the attack took place. That's why I was there. Apparently they had a stall of their wares there, and I was to browse what they had and, well, see how they operated, but I didn't get that far.
So you have.
I know the bazaars.
No. Like I said, I stopped by a market beforehand, an old friend of mine, to congratulate him on getting a pitch this year within the bazaar. And
what were those people's names?
The people from Arkenvale?
Yes.
They went by Mr. and Mrs. Lucinda. Apparently noble men and women from Arkenvale.
I know the bazaar is closed right now, but would you be able to contact them in any sort of way?
Well, only if they wrote to me, or I could write to their place of business, but they were meant to be in the bazaar, so I just fear the worst for them.
Where do they stay? Do you know that?
Well, I because I was doing business with them, I spoke to the Crown Jewels in the Crown Ward, and managed to get them a room for the evening.
So we might find them there?
If they were able to escape, yes, but, well, they won't let you in the Crown's Ward while the chaos is happening. Maybe in a day's time they may allow commoners to enter.
Would you be able to use your influence to let us go over there?
Maybe, but especially not today. I imagine they will not let anyone in or out.
Well, it seems like it might be connected to what the Contessa has told me earlier as well about the stolen artifact. That there might be a connection, and it seems awfully suspicious that these gentlemen wanted to conduct business, and then something happened when you were about to meet them, when someone knew where you were supposed to be.
Yes, I guess when you put it like that, maybe. They would, if they were aware of my meet, they would have known I wasn't home. They would have known I would have taken personal guard, and they would have known I would have been within the Market Bazaar walls. You could be right, but why would anyone do that?
People have all kinds of reasons you wouldn't believe.
Well, I think maybe I need to reflect upon this. If you would tell you in your oh yes.
Can you maybe give us some kind of form of identification? Like, I ran into some guards earlier. They refused to help us in any, let's say, meaningful way, because they wouldn't know that we were directly connected to you other than my words. So if you could have, I don't know, some form of identification, maybe drop a letter or something of explanation that we looking for your stolen items.
Yes, I did pass on one of my golden plaques to the elven fellow. I gave him one of those, and that is an insignia of my family. And well, if you show that to any guard or tavern within these walls, they will give you free lodgings and food and drink. And well, if you show them to the guards, they may even extend that to allow you to look around in places that they're currently not allowing people.
Was that the only one you had?
Only one on my person, yes. I was to give that to my friend in the market as thanks, and
right.
Yes, but unfortunately, before I could give it to him, that's when the brigands struck.
We are going to leave soon. I'm not sure if they were stalling you or trying to kill you, so I suggest upping your guard right now.
Well, yes, the issue was not tomorrow morning, but the morning after, I was to send out a wagon with gemstones and such to Arkenvale, and well, I was to dispatch half of my guard with it, but I deem it unsafe now, which means that...
I definitely would suggest you keep that guard here instead.
Yes. Well, if you are leaving the town at all, maybe I could pay yourself instead to guide my wagon out of the city to Arkenvale. To the capital.
When the chaos is settled down and we have figured out your item sakes, and I'd be glad to take on that job.
Thank you. Do extend that to the comrades that you fought with in the market as well. But if you don't mind, I need to think about this.
I just glance at Arhard and let's go.
Well, I hope you feel better in the morning, and we'll chat some more if we have any leads.
Very well, and I promise you, for saving my life, I will have a just reward waiting for you here in the morning.
Well, I would appreciate having a look at your extensive library if you would let me. That would be valuable to me.
Yes. Come by tomorrow, and once the place is tidied up, I'll let you take a look at what I have. It's not anything major, it's just my personal collection.
Well, maybe there's something you're not aware of that might be more valuable to me.
Very well. Thank you. Oh, and that was a lovely tune. But I'm a little confused as to why you were playing it.
Well,
we were
I
trying
thought...
to cheer you up.
Oh, it was for me. Oh, right. Well, thank you.
I just look at Felix too. Elistier was kind of just... He seems like he has a certain purpose with that woman, and that woman was looking for that orb, so I think he was pretty pissed at you, so... Don't pay him no mind. I think he's better than he appears.
Yes, well, from from first interactions, you yourself didn't exactly stick up for me. But I am pleased that you have entered now and tried to, find out more information rather than shut me down.
I'm very sorry for that. I was just very doubtful as well, but seeming
okay.
as you gave us more information now, I'm quite happy.
Well, no one actually asked me these questions beforehand, so I can only answer what I know I need to answer.
Oh.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Not a problem, and I'll see you in the morning with coin, plenty of coin for your troubles.
Yeah, we'll don't worry about that too much. We'll go and try and find out what's going on, because I saw some of the attackers or robbers, they might still be around somewhere.
Exactly. Do be safe and do be careful.
Thank you, sir.
Same to you.
Yeah, and as the pair of you descend down the marble staircase and towards the front door, we're going to take a real quick couple of minute break just to pop to the loo, refill our drinks, and then we'll be back. So guys, don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a few minutes just to pop to the loo and such and such. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. We'll be back in, let's say, 4 minutes? I think that's a good enough time. Cool. See you in a bit. And I believe we're back. Yeah, we're back. Hello. Welcome back. We are going to carry on from where we left off. Just took a little bit of a break there just to refill our drinks and everything like that. But yeah, we're going to get straight back into it. So let's move on with Eladrin, Shion, and Arcturus as the three of you arrive at the Temple of the Prime. And let me just pull up my notes for the temple. Here we go. Yeah, so as you arrive, you see a large temple standing around about 120 foot tall. This temple has the 8 symbols of all the deities in a circular ring on the front of the building. And as you can see, the building is an octagonal shape. There are 8 sides to the building. And as you approach the front doors, you see these 2 large marble and golden filigreed doors. And as you approach them, you walk on in to see this huge open space. And on each of the 8 walls, what you can see is a different area for the different gods. So there are... The first wall is adorned with bookcases of various lore on arcane magics. You can see a statue of a bronze dragonborn stood in the center of the area, and around it you can see 3 magical orbs of floating light, shifting and changing colors as it swirls around the statue. In front of it, you can also see what looks to be like a brazier, which is burning some sort of incense, and this beautiful smell is coming from within. Next to that, on the second wall, is the one that you seem to be looking for. You see a cabinet of various pigeonholes all across the wall in an L shape, which juts out a little bit. And as you approach this area, you do see behind it an Aarakocran female sat at a desk, and all around her you can see various scrolls tied with twine, envelopes, and like pieces of parchment, which she is passing to another Aarakocran who seems to be much smaller, maybe childlike, who is posting them into the different pigeonholes. As you see this, you do notice that underneath each pigeonhole is the name of a different location within Orantis. You can see an Arkenvale pigeonhole, which looks much fuller. You can see one for Essin. You can see another one for Karatosh, and there are loads of different ones. And then you can also see on the bend of the L some different names of regions. And you can see there is one for Craddock, there is one for Zotish, and right at the bottom, you can see, Shion, one that had a name, but it has been scratched out. And yeah, as you approach to the postal service religious area within this temple, the Aarakocran lady sits up a little bit straighter and looks to you all. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, good afternoon. I would like to send a letter to Quirin, if you please.
To Quirin, and why is it that you wish to send a letter there?
Because I am, as can you not see, I am from there, and I would like to send a letter to my family.
You see and this is very visible to all of you, a quizzical look on her face as she turns and looks back at the pigeonhole. I'm afraid we cannot send letters to Quirin. Over the last 50 years, there has been many Aarakocrans gone missing in those parts. It is strange to see one such as yourself within Orantis.
Very well. Are there any other methods I can send a message that way?
There are.
I'm sure there will be rewards.
There are others of magical means, but unfortunately I myself and many of the people around here are unfamiliar with
Very well. Can you bring me in contact with these people? Or these magical...
Well, due to the current circumstances, many of the people are not available at the moment, but I'm sure if you came back in the morning, there may be someone with better knowledge as to what you seek.
I may, John. Myself, I have I am just repaying it.
Well, you see, there are magics in this world that allow you to communicate with people that you have met before. And to be able to do that, you would have to require the arcane affinity and the individual you wish to connect to.
That is
now, sorry, Karen.
that is no problem for us.
Then why is it that you require aid from myself?
Because you are probably better equipped than we are at the moment. We are far from home, and we might be in need of some guidance.
Well, there is a spell that I am aware of called the Sending Spell, which allows you to speak with another for 24 words, and they may reply with the same, as long as they are on the same plane of existence as we are. Now, this requires a lot of effort and magical essence. I myself and none of the other priests here are capable.
I am looking at and asking by herself. I try.
No, my darling, I am definitely going to try myself. There is a certain family member I really need to speak to. However, I will need some time to prepare, as 24 words is probably not enough for what I am trying to convey.
Fair.
If you come back in the morning, I am sure someone will be able to assist of such a thing, but it will be costly. It's not cheap.
Money is not an issue, my dear. So, and I sort of swoosh my robes into like Arcturus's direction. I suppose we had better head back to the tavern and prepare for a bit. Some of the others might be waiting for us. But we will come back in the morning, and if we do not have answers, then we will probably be less forthcoming.
I totally agree. Yep.
Can I sort of look around for a bit?
Yeah, also in this area, you do see on the third wall, it's very bare. However, you do see some prayer mats out and a door that leads to an outside area. And there are stained glass windows of a muscular man holding up a battle axe above his head. And as you stare through the stained glass window, you can see there is some form of like gymnasium built just outside of the area, and by the door is a statue of what looks to be like a lion man, something you would definitely know as Shion, being from Quirin, as they are quite popular there. It's a Leonin, which is basically a lion humanoid. And he is there holding a two-handed sword, and it's a statue of him there. On the fourth wall, you see there is plant life and potted plants all about, as well as a small indoor pool of water with a statue of a woman draped in vines. And also attached to this is a glass doorway that leads to a greenhouse. And you can see all vibrant plants and such out there, as well as a small little pond outside. The fifth wall, you can see a giant stained glass window of the sun, and before it you see a brazier of fire that is constantly burning with a golden flame. You see many priests walk on over to it. They are holding a piece of parchment, and as they whisper something, they let go of the parchment into the fire and let it burn and ignite. Yeah, that's the fifth wall. On the sixth wall, you see another stained glass window. However, there is no one there at the moment. But you do see what looks to be like a stained glass of the moon and a pool of water in a basin in the middle. But currently there is no one there worshipping, and there are candles, but none of them are lit. The seventh wall, you see a doorway that leads to a small graveyard. And you can see some tombstones outside and what looks to be like another small shed with a lantern within, and you can just see from a distance a little green flame flickering from within. And finally, the final wall, you see what looks to be like a statue of two hands raised up holding what looks to be like the statue of a child. And beneath that you see another large basin, and currently there is a couple there holding a child, and it looks to be some sort of baptism of some sort happening in this church. But apart from that, that is everything that you see. Oh, and a staircase directly in the center that leads up, and you can see there are some priestly looking figures wearing armor stood up the staircase, and it seems to be allowing entry for other priests, but maybe it's to stop commoners and other such people from entering. And yeah, that's what you see.
First off, I will sort of glance at Elastir and say, oh man, these barbarians that live in this country apparently have a fondness for axes.
I assure you, my lady, it's certainly not what I'm used to. But as I travel, each place has its own customs, and as we are, I think it's appropriate that we respect them, but not necessarily adhere to them.
Excellent reasoning, sir. And then I sort of turn to Arcturus, and I notice like the sun and the moon stained glass windows, and I just sort of look at him, look at his forearm, then look at mine, and just hope he catches it.
Do I notice this?
That depends on your height, I guess.
Were you doing it subtly, Shion?
Yeah, subtly. Yeah.
Roll me a stealth check. And
I suck at that.
Eladrin, roll me a perception check, please, to see if you spy it.
Hopeless.
Eladrin, you do not notice it.
I do notice it.
Yeah, you notice it
I
because
notice it.
she's looking at you, yeah.
I mean, I'm very tall. And I look back at her, and I look back at those, the moon and the sun. And I want to address the lady seeing us in this place. If she can tell us more about this place, and in particular, the finding of the moon and the sun.
Well, as you must know, this is a temple of the Prime, the 8 deities that protect this world and are commonly worshipped throughout the lands. The one of the sun is, well, that's Solodin, a protector of the people and a light in the darkness, a purger of evil of sorts. Yes, he is very fond of the flame and heat, and many of his worshippers, well, they believe in alleviating suffering wherever possible, bringing light and compassion to places of darkness, as well as protecting those that cannot be protected. However, the moon, well, commonly the least known of the 8 deities, but, well, I think it's best you figure that one out yourself. It's... And she looks up. It's the trickiest of the 8. Many believe that this deity does not belong amongst the Prime, but it was one of the first, and not many of those worship it. But mainly, those that do believe on playing tricks on others. They believe on the moon being the light in the night, and other such things. I personally do not know too much more and do not wish to. But if you speak to one of the worshippers this evening, they will be about.
That's for your explain. Chip off.
Well, in the evening, the worshippers of the other Prime are definitely lessened, whereas, as you can see, and she gestures towards the wall with the moon, during the day, none of the worshippers are here.
Can I roll like a history check on this?
Sure, yeah, by all means. Let's see what you've rolled. Yeah, a 17. You do recall some information regarding this deity. The name eludes you to begin with, because it's not it's like she's just said, it's not more commonly known of the 8. It's definitely the lesser of the 8. But you do come across in your memory banks as Ixus. And Ixus is the goddess of the moon, trickery, and pranks. This is one that a lot of the other worshippers have disagreements with, because the entire thing about this god is just to kind of make everyone else's lives that little bit more difficult. It is known as a prime deity because during the War of the Gods with the Titans, you do know that they did fight valiantly alongside the other prime, but it was always like, if you imagine it to be like the little brother, well, in this case, the little sister of the prime deities, it was always one that wanted to cause trouble and mischief. And a lot of their worshippers just take it that little bit further. You would definitely know that it is worshipped in Quirin. And the worshippers in Quirin quite often deface statues and relics of the other gods as pranks. And it's kind of, over the years, it's escalated more and more, and the worshippers of Ixus are kind of frowned upon, but they have to be accepted because of the Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what you get with a 17.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I guess we should head back later tonight.
Plan to up with you.
Very well, but they better not be serving us anything that resembles vinegar. Bad wine, mister. Bad wine.
And I turn away from I roll my own.
Yeah, and the three of you begin exiting the temple as we cut on over to Donros and Maeve. The two of you arrive outside of the 3 taverns. On your left, you have the very lively and musical Lyrical Hornet, which you can see dancers dancing around outside, doing some form of like routine. As trying to entice people to come into the establishment. Nothing lewd, but just happy, jovial sort of music and dancing. And then in the center, you see the oaken keg, which you can see is primarily a lot of the decor is barrels of like kegs. As well as like the tables you can see is a barrel with then like what looks to be like a plank of wood on the top. And then nearest the gate is the broken bottle, which is very standard.
Can I make just have a look around, see what's around, what's going on around? Like a perception check, I guess? Yeah. Cool.
Let's see what you rolled. A 17. As you look around, the first thing that you notice is there is a gentleman by the entrance of the Lyrical Hornet. And you can see him shouting at what looks to be like a half-orc gentleman. And with your 17, you can hear this gentleman shouting, "The scoundrel took away with my saxophone! Where on earth is he? Were you not watching him? He just snuck away into the crowd!" And as you can hear this commotion going on, you can see a few more people coming over, and they're like, just calm down, we'll find the culprit. By all means, look, take a seat, we'll get you a drink. And there's I'm absolutely fuming! I came here to perform, and the first individual I came across stole my saxophone!
I'm gonna look at Maeve, and I'm just gonna kind of tell her. I'm gonna whisper to her. I'm not gonna say anything too loud. I'm like, just wait by here for just one moment. I wanna go investigate that. Unless you wanna come over there with me real quick. And then I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna try to impersonate the hooded elf from earlier, and I'm gonna playfully wink and be like, I'm gonna try to do an impression of him. Unless you'd like to dance.
But you say that to me?
Yeah.
I'll follow along. I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Okay, I'll walk over there to the guy who's shouting. I'm like, hey,
What?
how you doing?
Not bloody good. Why?
Listen, I'm gonna ask you to take a deep breath, and then I'm gonna kind of get a little more serious.
I'll ask you to take a deep breath.
Sir, I want you to look up and down and
deal with this gentleman. I'm not speaking to him.
I am willing to help you out, sir. Who you're looking for?
You see at this point, this half-orc gentleman just let out a sigh, and he just turns to you and he's like, "Fuck off." And he just looks at you, and you can see the elf is just stood there with his hands on his hips, just staring at Barg, looking at you.
Hey, sir, I think I know who stole your saxophone, and I'm requesting my assist. I'm giving you my assistance for free here, and maybe give you some information about the person who stole your saxophone. I'm just trying to get a little idea, make sure I have the right person.
Can I just sort of pat Don Ross and be like, hang on a second, like, chill? And do I notice that this man is Elven?
You do, yeah.
It's quite obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Can I speak to him in Elven or Elvish?
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, "Hi, I'm so sorry about my friend. He's very passionate about helping other people. But we heard some commotion as we sort of passed by, and we're actually just really genuinely trying to help and see what's going on."
Well, finally. Someone that knows the correct etiquette. My word. Your friend coming over here telling me to take a deep breath. Oh, disgusting. He's saying this in Elvish. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, he's just very, very passionate about making sure everybody's okay. Maybe he came across a little strong there. However, is there anything we can help you with at all?
Well, an elven gentleman travelled with me today, this morning as we entered the gates, and, as he did, he offered to carry one of my things, and as we entered the gates and headed over towards the taverns, he seemed to disappear into the crowd, and, I called out for him, even though I didn't know his name, and, but Barg said he couldn't see him.
Do you have any description of how he looks?
Well, he's an elven gentleman of average height, wearing relatively decent clothing, but he was a friendly fellow. He saved our lives along the road. Yes, he helped us kill an owlbear that attacked our wagon, and then even had the decency of letting us ride along with him here.
Okay.
I thought he was a genuine sort, and, well, he's absconded with my gear.
I kind of look at Maeve and I'm like, can you relay what he's saying to me? I would
Yeah,
like
it's
to-
all in Elvish.
Yeah. Sir, do you mind if I translate this to my friend? It's in your best interest, I assure you.
Yes, by all means, if he tells me to take a deep breath again, I'm going to get Barg to hit him.
Sure, I'll make sure to tell him this. Don Ross, listen. First of all, don't tell him to take a deep breath again. He will hit you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, apparently this man has traveled with another elven man, and he even saved his life on his way here. However, earlier when we were at the marketplace before everything kicked off, he was carrying one of his belongings. I believe it was a saxophone, or an instrument, whatever that is. I don't know, but he was carrying one of his belongings and disappeared with it, and it's been stolen.
So this happened in the marketplace.
Yes, this happened in the marketplace.
I'm gonna look at the dude, the well-dressed man who was telling Maeve all this, and I'm like, so you're sure this happened in the marketplace?
No, it happened just outside of these taverns. We literally just entered.
Sorry. But how long ago did this happen?
Well, before all of the commotion in the market.
But it happened here at the taverns.
Well, just outside, yes. We were
Okay.
traveling to them. Well,
My bad.
I'm assuming he must have been one of the brigands that attacked those poor merchants.
Sir, can I ask, can you give us like any more details? Maybe like, I don't know, hair color? I mean, do you catch any other physical features? And also, I don't know, maybe where he went, where you saw him run off to?
The markets.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
Oh, well, I'd hope so. Why, do you know him?
I just kind of look at Don Ross. I'm like,
I'm kind of disappointed at this point, and I'm kind of cursing under my breath. And then I'm kind of looking at him like, did he tell you a name?
I do not believe so. I did ask, but I think he was, well, let's just say, now I realize he was of the unsavory sort.
Right. What kind of way did he speak to you? Is there any certain tone he had?
He sounded like a wealthy individual, but clearly I was mistaken.
Did he seem to have an objective with every...
To get to the city, and well, he was very good with his daggers. I will admit, he saved my life.
Daggers? You
Indeed,
said daggers.
Yes. He had 2 daggers, yes. 3, I believe, actually. 3
daggers.
And a short bow.
Great. I appreciate your help.
He wore a cloak
For giving me
as
this
well.
information. He wore a cloak.
Yes.
I am cursing in Loxton right now. Like, I'm legit cursing. Like, out loud and everything. I'm literally making cursing sounds.
What on
out
earth is your
loud.
friend saying?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Better yet, what are you? As he just stares at you, Don Ross.
I am someone from somewhere else. You know, none of your business where I come from. Listen, my name's Don Ross. And it's nice to make your acquaintance, sir. How pricey is that saxophone?
Are you about to judge a man on his wealth via instrument?
If we were to retrieve this item for you and give it back, what can you do for us?
Well, I would have a reward, but I'd want the culprit brought to me as well.
A culprit?
Well, yes, the guards must be aware of a thief within the city.
Right. I see.
Unless there is a genuine reason as to why he decided not to follow us and maybe got caught up in all that mess, but...
Well, I would say this, with the attack today, maybe there was a little, maybe he knew of something, and maybe he just got scared, and as a little weasel that he might be, he just scurried off.
Absolutely despicable.
Despicable indeed. I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Well, look, if you do need me, I'll be staying here at the Lyrical Hornet. My name's Landros, and if you do find the culprit, or at least the item, please do notify me. I'll be staying here for a few days. I have other instruments to play while I'm here, but, well, it's just not right, is it? Coming into a city and being harassed by a thief of sorts just before an attack? Terrible.
Right, I understand. Anywho, I do appreciate your time and actually listening. Again, I'm sorry coming up to you that way. It's been a long day, sir.
Yes.
As you can see, I was actually at the marketplace when everything happened.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
Yes.
My saxophone was stolen, which is also terrible. Just as
I understand your saxophone is probably very important to you. Just like we'll keep on the lookout for it, and if we do somehow come across this fellow who has your saxophone, we'll be sure to let you know.
Brilliant. Well, it's taking them forever in here. Excuse me, I ordered a wine at least 2 minutes ago. As he just storms off towards the bar, as he was told he was getting a drink while he was waiting, and no one's given him one yet.
I'm gonna tap Maeve and just kind of like motion back to the other tavern that we were supposed to go in to get our business done, and we're gonna just
as you leave, you
scoot out of there.
You see the half-orc look at you both and just like roll his eyes and just let out a deep sigh.
I kind of look at him and I point my trunk at him, and I kind of just like, I don't know. I just kind of like, I kind of just give him a look, like stare, and then I just move along.
He looks back at you and then just gives you the finger. And just like stares at you, staring at him.
And I just look up at him and I'm like, okay, and I wave off. I wave off with my fingers.
I kind of like quickly motion her to put those down. And I look at them.
Looks back at you like, the fuck?
I look at the orc man. I'm like, she's new around here. She doesn't know what that means. We're gonna go. Your problem was with me, not her, by the way. So how about you don't bring her involved? And I kind of scurry her along. I scurry her out.
Like, he looks very confused. But
and I just sort of walk off and I'm like, new greeting.
And as you guys get outside the oaken keg, you notice Contessa and Erhard approaching the tavern as well. Because I believe you two were heading that way after the mansion. If that's correct.
Great.
Yeah.
Correct.
So the four of you were there.
I'm gonna open the door to the tavern, and I'm gonna kind of open the door for everybody, and just kind of motion them on through.
Awesome.
I'm gonna walk in kind of hastily. Can I roll a perception check and see if I recognize anybody in the tavern besides, obviously?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll a perception check. Yeah, 7. So as you enter the establishment, there are a lot of people in here. You can see all types of people walking around, but unfortunately, no one that you specifically notice of interest.
I don't notice anyone staring at me as I enter.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. You are definitely the eyesore of this place because of how huge you are.
I'm kind of.
You do notice one other, which is I would actually say bigger than you. And you can see a Minotaur-looking fellow, with horns, a big snout with a big gold ring around it, and he seems to just be leaning against the bar, just watching.
I kind of stare at him. And I'm dead set on him. And I'm like, oh, so this guy's here, huh? I don't know him, but I don't like him already. He's bigger than me, and it makes me kind of mad that he's here. So I'm just like staring at him, like I'm having him stare down with him right now.
Yeah, and as you stare at him, he sees you staring, and he locks eyes and looks back at you. and you can hear, because it's the other side of the bar, but you can hear as he like hits his fist pretty hard onto the bar as he just looks at you. And as you guys enter, I'll take you over to the map. It's not don't need to be on it, but so you can get a rough idea of what's going on. This is the Oaken Keg, which Shion, Arcturus, and Eladrin you'll be entering very shortly. But for now, the rest of you are inside.
I kind of want to quickly. I just want to walk over to. I kind of want to walk over to this empty table right there.
Yeah, you can go over to any of the tables.
Yeah, I want to walk over there, and I just want to like. I can't sit. Is the chairs big enough for me?
Yeah, there are larger chairs and smaller chairs. You can even see like a halfling-sized table. I'll put you all in for now, so you can all see what's going on. And that's what you see for now. I think this is the music I want.
I wanna sit in this that chair, and I kind of want to raise my big hand. And I'm like, a drink, please.
Yeah, and at that, like the whole tavern just turns at you and looks. And then just go back to whatever they're doing. And at this, we will say Arcturus, Shion, and Eladrin, you all arrive outside and begin walking in as well. As you are all now in the tavern.
I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go pretty much to the barkeep, and I want to ask if there's any merchants staying at the inn currently.
Yeah, and as you ask, you see a woman behind the counter, and she says, "Oh well, dearie, there's plenty of merchants staying here at the moment. This is the mercantile city of Karas, as one can imagine, and we have plenty of traders and all sorts of people staying here at the moment. Why do you ask? Is there someone in particular you're looking for?"
There's actually two people I'm looking for. There's a man and a woman. We actually arrived together ish. We were supposed to maybe meet up. I said I could probably see them. I was just hoping to maybe see them again.
Well, if
we were
you
traveling
wish...
from Ironwood.
Right, quite a few people do by the roadside, as the Amber Road leads directly to us, but if you wish to leave us a message, if people of that description or name come by, I can always let them know that you're here.
If they ever ask for a Contessa, just tell them I'm looking for them.
Very well, and you plan on staying within this tavern?
Yes.
Well, yes, not a problem then.
And I'm sorry for our companion back there. Could I actually order a drink for him?
Very well, yes. What would you like? The waitresses will be coming round, but it's more of a first come, first serve, so...
Yeah.
They will be around eventually, or you can order at the bar here.
I'd just like to order 2 ales, one for myself, one for him.
Very well. What type of ale would you like? We have quite a few, you see. We have the run of the mill, which is worth 5 copper pieces. It's just a simple beer for simple folk. We have the Mcleod Special, a dark ale with a bitter taste, which is 1 silver piece. We also have the Nutcracker, which is a pale ale that has a lasting taste of roasted chestnuts. 7 copper pieces. We have the Dragon's Breath, a red cider that's super cold to drink. However, the next time you might have a little fiery burp, but that's currently 3 silver. And we have the Dwarven Mead, which is a very strong kick, but I'm sure a lady of your prowess could handle it. That's 5 copper. We also have a few others if you're interested, but they're the beers and the 1 cider.
Yeah. Actually, could I get 2 nutcrackers?
By all means, yes. That'll be a total of 1 silver and 4 copper, please.
I'll hand over 2 silver and just tell them to keep the rest.
Oh, well, thank you. And she takes it, and gives you your 2 nutcrackers, which are 2 pale ales.
And I'm just gonna go walk back with my drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm kind of standing behind Contessa. Just wanted to follow along whatever she's doing. And I will also will also be like, yeah, I will also have a nutcracker. By the way, do you happen to have 3 apples for me as well?
Apples?
Apples, yes.
Yes, of course we can. I can sell you 3 apples for 3 copper, along with the nutcracker. That's a silver in total.
Sure.
Yeah, and
There
she
you
takes your
go.
silver. She runs out the back, gets 3 apples for you, passes you them, and then also gives you the pale ale nutcracker.
Sure. I will just stow the apple to my pack and walk over with the beer to wherever Contessa and stuff is.
Can I
What's
make a
everyone else?
perception check?
Oh yeah, sure. What's Maeve doing?
Before anything, can I go over to our other elven man in our party?
Yeah, you see
I'm
them
sort of-
walking behind
yeah.
you. Yeah.
But I've noticed their presence. Just want to tap him on the shoulder, for Z, and be like, I believe we haven't met properly yet, but say it isn't Elvish to him, but I believe we haven't met properly yet. But my name's Maeve.
I just slightly raise my eyebrows and, in Elvish, reply, "Yes, I know. My name is Alistair."
You know my name?
You did announce it, yes.
I did? Okay. Out of interest, did you travel with anyone here?
Very specific interest. Should
Might
there
be of
a
interest
reason?
for you as well, depending on the answer.
A man never travels alone, truly. But if you want to know if I traveled with specific people, you're going to need to be more specific.
Did they speak our language?
Also, while this is happening, Shion and Arcturus are nearby.
You can definitely understand Elvish.
Yeah, I think the pair of them have walked in and can see you two talking. What is Shion and Arcturus doing? What would they do as they walk in?
I would probably pay no attention to my surroundings, go straight for the bar, and basically, how much would it be for 3 flagons of your finest wine and your best room?
Yeah, and as you two, because I assume Arcturus, you follow with Shion, or do you stay with Maeve? You're muted.
Can't hear you.
I'll let you know this. I am too baffled about this room happening in here. I've never seen it like this. Taking it up.
Yeah, as you're taking it in, and Shion, you begin walking up towards the counter. Yeah, by all means, Maeve and Eladrin, if you carry on.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if they were paying attention.
Yeah, that's fine.
I noticed they're not like.
I'd say you see Shion walk off towards the bar, and Arcturus just seems to be bewildered at the moment.
Cool. Specific questions from someone I've never really spoken with. Tell me more.
Could be in your interest to answer truthfully. There seems to be a bandit in this town. Maybe by coincidence, going by a very similar description as yourself.
If you're aware of this, love, but you will recall there was quite a lot of bandits earlier. We fought them ourselves.
Yes, but they didn't look like elven.
There's a lot of elven people around.
Okay.
You expect me to be honest, yet you're not giving me an honest answer yourself. What is it you want to know and why?
I don't know if I should give you an honest answer just yet.
You can't expect me to trust you if you won't trust me. That's not how this works, love.
It is in your own best interest, but there may be people looking for someone going by a very similar description as yourself, and you could be in trouble.
Where would these people be?
I think it's a similar place like this, a tavern. Not this one, though.
So you come to me with questions without actually knowing the answer yourself.
I know answers.
Well, if you know where they are, surely you can tell me and I can speak to these people myself.
I don't know if you should. They didn't seem very happy.
Oh, I think I'll be okay.
Did you happen to help anyone specifically on your way here with anything?
Again, I'm not sure if you've noticed. I have quite a few people. You might need to be a little more specific.
I don't know, you could just tell me.
I can't tell you an answer I don't have one for. You haven't given me a specific question.
Did you, yeah, it was very specific. Did you help anyone on your way here, yes or no?
Sure, yes. Yourself included. When I killed the bandits harassing people in town.
On your way here to Karas.
From where?
From wherever you came.
You give the vaguest question and expect a specific result for your specific need.
Sir, look, I have no idea of this world's map. I'm just
gonna turn away and just start walking towards Shion.
Kind of start looking towards the commotion too, just because they were getting loud.
There's quite a few people looking. No one, not many people seem to understand because there's like halflings and humans. But this drunken sat at the table that you two are having this argument like near. He just goes, "The wife's always right, mate," and then he just like slumps back on the table.
I'm gonna gesture. Give me 1 second, Maeve, over to me. Bit.
You're gonna, what, me?
Yes, and I start speaking in Elvish as well. I say, I overheard all of that.
Were you still by the bar? Just now?
He's at the table.
Oh, I'm back at the table.
Where you are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and?
I don't think he's not going to be forthcoming if you don't be forthcoming yourself.
All of you confuse me so much because I'm speaking Elvish, by the way. Because where I'm from, we just do things nicely, and people here speak in different tones. So I'm trying to do the same, but I get very confused. But I don't know if I can trust this man, this other elven man, but I have reason to believe he has done something really bad. And I don't know whether to make it better for him or not.
Would you like to tell me what happened?
Yes? Wait, yeah.
Before we cut to that conversation, we'll cut back over to Shion, who is at the bar, who has just ordered 3 flagons of wine, and did you say a room as well? Was it?
Yeah, if there is one available, of course.
Yeah, and a dwarven gentleman comes up to you this time, and he's like, "Oh, hello there, lady. Well, what did you want, wine? Well, if you want wine, we have the regular white or red. We have small glasses, large glasses, or a bottle. Also, we have the Coal Star Vintage White here as well. If you prefer that.
I will definitely have the vintage, thank you.
Very well. A bottle?
A bottle with 3 glasses, please.
Very well. Well, a bottle is 1 gold and 5 silver.
Yep, I'm paying up.
Yeah, you pay up.
Yeah.
For the room, it is currently for 1 night stay. It is 6 silver per night.
I think 1 night will be enough.
Very well. Would you like the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor room, lady?
I would prefer the 3rd floor for a bit more privacy.
Of course. And he turns around and he gets a brass key off of the thing, and then he passes you it as you pay your 6 silver for the night's stay, as well as 1 gold, 5 silver for the bottle of wine. And he says, "I'll bring the bottle over for you. You're in room 39."
Thank you, good sir.
And he nods, and he starts going to get ready your glasses and bottle of wine. As you go to turn around, Eladrin begins walking up towards you.
Milady, I'm sure you've ordered myself a drink.
Indeed, good sir. I think your service need to be rewarded.
I was not worried about that. But just to be clear, I ask no reward for my work. I do have a question, though.
Very well. Would you like to discuss this here, or I have booked a room.
A room's interesting, but I think this is it's not really a private matter. It's about your blue friend.
Very well. By the way, did I hear this ruckus that Yuki caused? Because I was at the bar, but he caused quite a...
As you specified that you wasn't paying attention to your surroundings, I would say that, you were completely oblivious. You heard a conversation, but then, you moved on toward the bar.
Yeah, no, just that I heard that there was noise. Okay.
Yeah.
In regards to that, can I do maybe like an intelligence check or something to see if I would have picked up from what the conversation was, maybe what it was about?
Sure.
Given the information, did I come into town with specific
Roll me an
people?
intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, I'm not good at intelligence. Really not. Would that be?
I'm hoping for a nat 1 here, because that'd be funny.
It's not
you're like... You've helped lots of people.
Cool.
Saved a few people's lives. What the hell? What earth is she on about?
Brilliant.
Yep.
So yeah, Lady Shion, your blue friend.
Yes.
What is he to you?
What is he to me?
Are you guys walking and talking, or are you just stood at the bar?
I would say just stood at the bar currently.
Yeah, not a problem. That's fine.
Are there other people around?
There's one gentleman at the bar who's drinking.
Oh yeah, the drunk fuck.
bottoms. Yeah. Well, it's actually a different drunk guy, but yeah.
And why are you interested in this? It would appear as if he means nothing to me, would it not?
Exactly my point. If he was nothing to you, he would not be traveling with you. And yet you both seem very eager to put off that there's any sort of relationship. My lady, if I'm to spend my time with you and protect you, I need to trust you.
Very well, I could very much counter that same question. If you were to serve as my bodyguard, and then I switch over to Elven, I would like to trust you too.
But if
I am, however, not a very trustworthy person.
this is good to know. And how so would you not be trustworthy?
Well, let me just put it like this. If I always pay my debts, but I would. Well, I have been known to sell some people's basically sell their souls for money. Are you aware of where I'm from, good sir?
And was there for the conversation? I'll be honest, it did raise a few questions. It's not the most easily accessible place as far as I'm aware, and someone of your stature from an area such as that, not particularly common.
Well, let me tell you, before you go any further, let me tell you a little bit about my homeland. In my homeland, it is sort of, well, it is custom to say have slaves, have servants, people that you are basically step on in order to get a little bit higher on their social ladder. People that, if they are not paying attention enough, that they will probably be crushed by the whole social scheming.
Aldrin will compose himself, and just not visibly, but like sort of grinding the back teeth a bit, just. But not I don't like not obviously not like giving away like okay. And what? And I feel I know the answer. what happens to the people that aren't so patient or aren't so good at serving?
Well, basically, they either end up at the top of the social ladder or they die trying.
And how common is the death?
Let us not worry about this too much, my dear. It seems you have I'm not going to lie. You seem like a decent enough sort. So I guess I'll enjoy having you around. Enjoy the wine, and do not worry your pretty little head about that too much.
I'll be honest, my lady. I'm serving you. So it worries me a little if I might be on the death toll.
Don't worry, you are very much in my good standing.
I shall try to remain there. But so it is known, seeing as you've been so trusting with me. Allow me to be trusting with you. I'm very curious in your homeland. Very. And it would be in my interest to one day maybe visit your homeland. I like to travel.
Stick by me long enough and you might end up there.
I think this arrangement could work quite nicely.
Indeed. And I toast.
I shall meet the toast, and then I shall just bow slightly. I think it's best you enjoy your night tonight, my lady. And then I shall just step back and let her walk away, or do whatever it is she wants to do, and just sort of stay there by myself for just a while and just sort of be with my thoughts.
Yeah.
Preferably like over here somewhere, like away from everyone. Just step away. But I'll keep an eye on like the room, but just be by myself.
Yeah, and as you do that, Arcturus, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm still in.
Yeah, Maeve did go over to Contessa. Yeah.
This I have no interest with Shion. I'm not. I'll spot them. And I will just hectic day.
Why gonna get my perception check? See what I.
Sorry, yes.
You're good.
What were you specifically looking for, Don Ross?
I'm just looking to see if there's anything I notice. I know I have a friend that's also in the area. I just want to see if there's anything I notice that sticks out to me, anything like that.
Nothing particularly out of the ordinary, apart from pretty much your group. Your group definitely sticks out. And I think that's the thing that you notice the most. Apart from the fact there's a Minotaur sat at the bar, your group is definitely the eyesore of this place, and a lot of people are looking at you every now and then going back to their own thing.
I'm kind of like intrigued that there's no other fellow Loxodons around here. So I'm kind of just like, I feel out of place. So I'm kind of just like staring around. I've never been to this kind of establishment before. I have heard of them, but I don't know where I'm at. So I'm a little anxious, a little now kind of taking in the room, the vibe. I'm kind of a little nervous about me being here in this room. So I'm kind of like, I've quieted down a lot. I've kind of just starting to keep a little bit more to myself, not really speak too much.
As that's happening, I slide over the drink I got Don Ross over to him and just say, "Be good. Don't get rowdy." As I continue to try to talk with Maeve.
I look down at the drink and I'm kind of like surprised because like I'm still a child and I've never actually drank before. So I'm like staring
You're
up
just
at
a big guy to me.
I'm staring at Contessa and I'm staring down the drink and I'm like, I kind of slide the drink over, and I stand up and I begin to walk out.
Yeah.
Just bring the drink back to myself, I guess. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, and at that, we've got Maeve, Contessa, Erhard, and Arcturus all sat around a table at this point. And I believe Arcturus addressed a question to everyone about the day and how it's been going. Yeah, it's up to you guys.
I'm glad you say this is a hectic day, because I'm not sure what a normal day looks like.
I want to address myself to Maeve because she's the one answering, and I want to ask her what a normal day looks like for her.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Well, this is only my second day in a city, but a normal day today for me would look like I would wake up to birds chirping in the morning, have a good stretch, head down to the river, and I get some fresh water. I fill my water pouch up, and I go over to I go back sort of to where my little hut is, and I have a bunch of plants that I can cook up, some vegetables, homegrown, and I'll have like a little breakfast. And then I usually go on a sort of a route through the forest and make sure all the animals are okay and everything looks to be fine. There's all the plants are healthy. That's mostly all I do all day, really. And I try and find I just try and find as many new areas in the forest as I can find and see if there's any secrets about and just make sure the forest is okay. That's all I do. What about yourself?
Well, a normal day for me is actually researching stuff. I am a researcher myself, trying to find a solution for magical things. And now I'm here in this tavern with you guys, which is really out of the ordinary. So, yeah, I think we feel the same, although we have different environments.
I've never been to a place like this. I also noticed that you've all gone and gotten yourself a drink, so I guess that's what I should do as well.
As a matter of fact, I don't have a drink.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
I think Contessa has one extra.
So do I.
You brought me one.
Shion's not here.
Yeah, is she on? Are you still at the bar, Shion, or are you?
Yep. I just didn't bring it yet.
Oh.
Well, I will also answer the question. So yeah, it's been a rather eventful day, and it's been intriguing. But I believe it's not yet over, and you never know what an evening like this might bring.
Can I just ask, what's everybody's name that's sat at the table right now?
I'm just gonna look forward and just say Contessa.
Nice to meet you, Contessa. I'm Maeve.
Nice to meet you as well. I believe I heard that before.
Yeah, I think I said that earlier, but I seem to have forgotten, so just making sure.
And with a little nod of my head, I will say, the name is Arcturus. Pleased to meet you.
Well, yeah, I believe I've also introduced myself before, but this being us face to face, like, I'm Erhard. Nice to finally get a minute to actually chat.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, this is Socks, as I gesture over to my mushroom man.
As you gesture, he's not there.
So as I gesture and he's not there, and I'm like, this is so. I get up and can I do a perception check?
Yep. Roll me perception check, please.
1 second.
You guys leave him.
Don Ross, did you have him? Or is it?
13. As you begin scanning the room, panicking that your little buddy companion is not where he last was. You definitely left the mansion with him on your shoulder. You notice he's currently peering into the tankard that Contessa has spare extra next to her, and no one else has noticed this, and he's kind of like half into the cup. He's like balancing from his stomach as he's half into the cup of whatever Contessa has beside her.
Yeah, can I just sort of gently pick him out of there and like sort of scoop him out and be like, what are you doing?
And you could just see like some like ale foam around his mouth.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah. Is it there, Contessa? Can he drink this?
I don't even know. I haven't even really met your little fellow before.
Well, what even are you drinking?
I'm drinking a pale ale, which I can't imagine is good for something like that.
What's a pale ale? Such weird things over here.
It's a drink that kind of mellows you out, I suppose. That's how I would describe it.
Oh, so maybe he should have more of it.
No. I take the drinks over here. No. Not for him.
Okay. Can I put socks back on my shoulder, or is he gonna have actually, in fact, no. I'll pick up some leaves that I have in my pouch, and I'll try and sort of guide him back onto my shoulder.
Yeah, and he definitely, now that there are leaves about, he definitely follows the leaves. But you can definitely smell on his breath as he sits next to you, like a scent of like roasted chestnuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's wait, roasted chestnuts?
Yeah. It's a
Is that the pale ale?
Nutcracker.
Oh, okay.
Nutcracker.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Should I guess you paid for this with coinage? Should I sort of pay you back for what Socks drank?
You do notice that not much of it is drank because he is very small, but he has definitely drank some.
Look down into the ale and I'm like, no, there's no need. But as soon as I'm saying that, I also unsheath my sword and firmly put it on the table. Not as to like slam it to where everyone would look, but just put it there. And I look towards Arcturus and was like, so, what are you doing here?
And I respond, being not impressed at all because I am a very tall guy. And I answer him very honestly. I am looking for a certain artifact with my companion, Shion. We were sent to this place to find a certain merchant, and then we got attacked on the marketplace, and well, we all know what happened then. And now here we are.
I was up there with you and Felix and Shion, and it's just strange to me that the orb that you guys are seeking is suddenly gone. What is this orb?
All I know is that the orb is an object with mythical powers, magical powers, and we are giving a task to retrieve it and return it to the rightful owner.
Return it so it's not his.
So it seems, but I don't know the history about the orb, so I can't say that with certainty.
Can I see if he's lying or not?
Sure, roll me an insight check. I would say with an 8, you've not known this man long. He's of a strange race you've never encountered. And you can't quite tell whether he is telling the truth or whether he is lying.
I snipe in there. Since I'm, well, kind of been around Contessa and just curious, so to speak, can I just since I'm hearing the conversation, can I do the same? Can I roll some insight on that, whether he was
Sure.
lying or not?
Yeah.
Because I'm curious.
Okay. Arcturus, can you roll me a deception or persuasion, whichever you think is more relevant to the scenario? Okay. You get the sense that he's holding something back, but you don't know what it is. You can get a read on him that it's not that he's lying specifically, but he's just not telling you everything. And that's what Erhard gets.
Sure, I will just keep that to myself though.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to Mr. Weiderstaff. And I just want to ask him what brings him around these parts.
Well, I've just been well, I kind of grew up in the woods, you could say, and then I've been traveling around, and now I found that the people I was with before were very, let's say, bad towards certain creatures of a magical nature, and I just did not enjoy that at all. So I set out from there to find better people, so to speak, and also find ways to maybe help those in need.
But as go on.
Since he's addressed me, I'm just gonna come back on. You asked me earlier to look at your tattoo. Would you want to do that later today, or is that not important to you anymore?
It is certain that this is of importance of me, and I would very much like you to have a glance on it, if you like.
Sure. After we have a couple drinks, I wouldn't mind going over to the. Now I need. Sorry. Names the Lyrical Hornet. I have a room over there, and I also have a, let's say, a performance that I have to give tonight. So I'm gonna head over there, and afterwards we can head up to the room and check it out.
And while answering that question, I'll give a short glance towards Contessa and Maeve. By the way, is Donros still around?
Donros left.
He left.
Donros
Okay.
walked out.
So I look at the both of them and I ask them if they are interested to accompany us to the other tavern later to see the performance.
I look around and just say, the people I was looking for aren't here, so I don't see why reason I need to stay here. So, sure.
I'm happy to come check it out, but I just want to go see where Don Ross is. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah, and at that, as you all begin, Shion gets her wine and 3 glasses and starts moving back over, and you all start getting up, doing your various different things. That is where we will end tonight's session. It ran a little bit longer than expected, but I feel like some of us could have probably played for another few hours. However, it has to end at some point, because if it doesn't, we'll be here all night.
I say one quick thing to Arcturus.
Yeah, sure.
Do not forget, before you go storming off, that we need to see the temple tonight.
I didn't forget that. Maybe Mr. Weiderstaff can accompany us after his performance.
Or
Yeah, that is where we will end. thank you very much for everyone that stuck around and watched. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you really enjoyed it. It was a really nice role play session, and it was cool to get to know a bit more about the characters, and not so much fighting and dealing with the chaos of the city. However, yeah, next week we will be back, and hopefully we can unravel some more mysteries and figure out where the story is taking us with this crazy group of adventurers. And yeah. So thank you very much, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed. Let's go round real quick and just tell people where we can find us once again. If we're staying on this screen, that's all good. I will go to my left, right next to me. Anyway, Agent Zeb, tell them where you can be found.
Yeah, you can normally find me during weekdays in the morning on Twitch under Agent Zeb. I have a lot of variety on the channel, but mainly strategy, RPG, games, indie games, stuff like that. Just stuff that need a bit of tactical thinking mostly.
Awesome. And directly below me, the channel we all live in. Go ahead and Eagle, give us tell us exactly where we can find you.
Buddy, I am the Eagle Outlaw. You can find me over there at the Eagle Outlaw. You can become part of the nest, the lovely nest. I do a lot of random stuff over there, sing for everybody, I guess, and I make a fool out of myself.
And beside him, we have the fishing guy. Where can everyone find you?
If you Okay, Eagle. Okay. If you enjoyed me, internet's gameplay, you can find me over at the Fishing Guy 9, where it'll be just like this, pure chaos, which is great. Or at Eagle's channel. I mean, go there first.
The best part about all of that was Eagle was pointing in the wrong direction during the dream. Anyway, below Fish, we have Smitty Jane. Where can we find you?
On Twitch, as Smitty Jane, doing a bunch of little nightmares at the moment, just getting really scared and just being really bad at it. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, then come find me there.
Beside Smitty, we have Lan. Where can we find you? And when?
Yes, I am half of Team Logic. You can find us at Team Logic NL. We're streaming 4 days a week, mainly in the morning on Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we are mainly playing variety games and base builders like RimWorld. So come check it out. And also, we can obviously be found at the Eagle Outlaw. Yada yada.
Below Lan, we have Creed. Creed, where can we find you?
You can find me usually hanging around channels or right at my channel. I'm currently taking a short break just to recuperate, but I stream basically almost every day from 8 hours to when. I stream a variety of games, and if you enjoyed this, come to my channel. I'm usually chaos, or sometimes I'm actually very serious about certain world events. And if you ever want to have a good chat, come on by. And also follow this guy below me. Oh wait, no, that's Discord. But follow the Eagle Outlaw. He's a great fucking guy.
And yeah, beside the god of Apex Legends, we have our technical wizard, Tim. Tim, where can we find you, and more specifically, when?
Yeah, I'm the male part of Team Logic. You can find me on Twitch, Team Logic NL. As Lana stated before, variety streamers. And tomorrow I'll be back at 11 CET with the 1.3 update of RimWorld. So if you want to check it out, I'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. And if you guys thought I did an alright job, I'm the Onion Soup. I'm really mediocre at video games, and I make a complete tit of myself on the internet most days. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, head on over to me. But if you don't find me there, you'll probably find me in the Eagle Outlaws channel. So yeah, guys, we will be back next week. You don't want to miss it. Hopefully it should be a spicy one. And yeah, we'll catch you next week, Friday, same time as always. Hope you guys will be there. Take care. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.